explore the world of reality here at St. Louis University. Another day to engage in varied activities and enjoy each other's company. We can feel that we have unity in diversity, and hand in hand together we aim to reach the sky. Sing your higher wishes, creative and active Christians. Sing your higher wishes, striving for better nation. With social involvement and competence, we will serve our community, upholding our mission with excellence. Forever we will be proud Louisians. Senior higher wishes. Senior higher wishes, creative and active Christians. Senior higher wishes, striving for better nation. With social involvement and competence, we will serve our community, upholding our mission with excellence. Forever we will be proud Louisians. Forever we will be proud Louisians. Another day to explore the world of reality here at St. Louis University. Another day to engage in varied activities and enjoy each other's company. We can feel that we have unity in diversity, and hand in hand together we aim to reach the sky. Sing your higher wishes, creative and active Christians. Sing your higher wishes, striving for better nation. With social involvement and competence, we will serve our community, upholding our mission with excellence. Forever we will be proud Louisians. wishes. Sing your higher wishes. Creative and active Christians. Sing your higher wishes. Striving for a better nation. With social involvement and competence, we will serve our community, upholding our mission with excellence. Forever we will be graduation. Another day to explore the world of reality here at St. Louis University. Another day to engage in varied activities and enjoy each other's company. We can feel that we are unity in diversity, and hand in hand together we aim to reach the sky. Sing your higher wishes. Creative and active Christians. Sing your higher wishes. Striving for a better nation. With social involvement and competence, we will serve our community, upholding our mission with excellence. Forever we will be graduation.
Sing your higher wishes. STEM, EBM, youth.
Sing your higher wishes. Sing your higher wishes. Creative and active Christians. Sing your higher wishes. Striving for a better nation. With social involvement and competence, we will serve our community, upholding our mission with excellence. Forever we will be graduation.
How are you?
Another day to create a lasting memory here at St. Louis University. Another day
left.
missions, striving for better
Take a step.
nation. With social involvement and competence, we will serve our community, upholding our mission with excellence. Forever we will be proud Louisians.
Another day, world of reality. Violations, creative and active Christians, senior violations, striving for better nation. With social involvement and competence, we will serve our community, upholding our mission with excellence. Forever we will be proud Louisians.
Senior high Louisians. STEM, EBM, youth.
Senior high tuitions. Senior high tuitions. Creative and active Christians. Senior high tuitions. Striving for better nation. With social involvement and competence, we will serve our community, upholding our mission with excellence. Forever we will be proud Louisians. Forever we will be proud Louisians.
Welcome to the Parents Guardians Orientation for academic year 2022-2023. As we are about to begin, I would just like to give the following reminders to those who are joining us today in the Zoom meeting. First, edit your Zoom profile name by encoding your complete name and the grade level and strand of your child or ward. Second, please keep your mic on mute. This is so we can avoid any distractions during the program. Third, be responsible in the chat box. If you have any questions or concerns relevant to what will be discussed today, you may type it in the chat box during the open forum. Fourth, if we observe any untoward behavior during the orientation, the participant will be sent to the waiting room. Likewise, please note the recording of the meeting is not allowed. Lastly, be fully present. I am hoping for your participation as we go through this activity. If you are comfortable, you are encouraged to open your video. Good day, dear parents, teachers, and staff. Welcome to the virtual orientation of St. Louis University Basic Education Senior High Department. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of our principal, assistant principals, teaching and non-teaching staff. Welcome, moms and sirs. My name is Maylani Situbaang, one of your guidance counselors, and I will be your host for today. The objective of this orientation is for you to get acquainted with the different services, programs, and information relevant to the educational experience of your child or ward here at Senior High. To bless this remarkable event, let us feel the presence of the Lord for the opening prayer, which will be followed by the national anthem.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
God, our Father, source of all goodness and wisdom, we agree. You have called us CICM Lewisians with a sense of mission, dedicated to the incarnate Word and under the protection of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, our model of discipleship. We dare to go to places where the gospel values our most needed, where people are excluded and marginalized, and where culture or justice is neglected. And for those times that we have failed to do your will, we humbly seek your mercy and forgiveness. We thank you for the opportunity to be part of St. Louis University. As we pray for our beloved university, may we be inspired and united in heart and in soul to follow the living and pioneering example of Father Teofilo Verbist and Saint Aloysius Gonzaga in the care of the abandoned in our midst. As you restore our strength and dignity, give us the grace to help make St. Louis University a real home and a place of peace, hope, and love, where we work together for academic excellence and missionary spirit. Through your Holy Spirit, guide us along the path to holiness as we aspire to become Christ's image to one another in the realization of your kingdom here on earth. We ask this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Before we begin, I would just like to remind our Zoom attendees again of the following. First, kindly fill out the attendance form which will be sent to the chat box. Second, please keep your mic on mute. This is so we can avoid any distractions during the program. Third, be responsible in the chat box. If you have any questions or concerns relevant to what will be discussed today, you may type it in the chat box during the open forum. Fourth, if we observe any untoward behavior during the orientation, the participant will be sent to the waiting room. Lastly, be fully present. I am hoping for your participation as we go through this activity. If you are comfortable, you are encouraged to open your video. To formally open this program, let us listen to the welcome remarks of the principal of the SLU Basic Education School. I proudly present Mr. Alejandro Pablico. Sir?
Thank you very much, Ma'am Maylani. Blessed day to one and all, and welcome to St. Louis University Basic Education School, particularly here at the Senior High Department. This is Mr. Pablico, the principal of the Basic Education School to start this academic year. And on behalf of the administration of St. Louis University, I warmly welcome our beloved students back to school from the different strands of our senior high department, as well as the parents and the guardians who are with us this morning. allow me to share my screen to facilitate this part of my welcome remarks. No? Okay. So as you can see here on the screen, all right. As you see on the screen, this is now what our school is now what we call as the Basic Education School of St. Louis University, running from kindergarten up to grade 7. And of course, we are very proud to say that our school is an ISO certified institution, not only the basic education school, but also the entire university. And that when you say a firm or a company or an institution is ISO certified, then it speaks of the high level of quality and standard of excellence that prevails within the institution itself. So gone were the days when the elementary department was just an island and another island for the junior high school and yet another island for the senior high school. Starting this academic year, through the direction and of course headship, no, the shepherding leadership of our beloved President, Reverend Father Gilbert B. Sales, CICM, we have already fused or integrated the 3 units to comprise one basic education school. And so we are most proud of this achievement or accomplishment of the school that it is now ISO certified, one of the few ISO certified private schools in the Cordillera Administrative Region, perhaps, or in the entire Philippines. Again, I'd like to welcome you all to this wonderful celebration of our togetherness, the start and the continuation, I should say, of our partnership with our beloved parents and guardians, as well as the continuing mentoring that we will offer to our students in the grade 12 particularly. So welcome back to school mga anak, yung mga anak natin sa grade 12. Okay? And along with this ISO certification of SLU Laboratory Senior High School, we also dream big for our school because we would like, we dream that this department would also be PAASCO accredited institution. No, we would like to have PAASCO stamp its seal of excellence in our school, and we will be with you. Please be with us in that dream, and we will journey towards that goal together. And also, this is of course a DepEd recognized school, but we also aim to get that recognition from DepEd as one of the most outstanding or best performing private senior high schools in Baguio City, or perhaps in the Cordillera Administrative Region. I would like to mention to you, our beloved parents and guardians, as I welcome you all, I would like to allay your fears that in school, in our school, it is considered a very safe haven for our learners. Why? Because we have already gotten a validation from the Department of Education, a regional office of the Cordillera Administrative Region, that our school, comprising the elementary, junior high school, and the senior high school, as you can see there in those documents, this is an SSAT validated school. So that means to say we have already put a check mark, no, on all the requirements, basic as well as we added more to the basic requirements of the DepEd pertaining to the school safety assessment tool that we have underwent. Okay, I'd like also to mention that our school is safety seal compliant. We got our safety seals in the 3 departments since March. And we underwent this rigorous scrutiny by the Department of Health and as well as the Health Services Office and our LGU, to ensure that our schools are safe and secure, for our Louisians, for our learners as they come back to school starting Monday. Okay, and that this shows also, this part of the document shows also that DepEd has already given its endorsement and validation that indeed St. Louis University Basic Education School is ready for the implementation of progressive face-to-face classes. The word there is progressive. Dahil po unti-unti po nating bubuksan ang paaralan para sa pag-aaral ng ating mga anak. For the past 2 years, they have been confined in the class in your homes, no? And we just met them through Google Meet or through Zoom, and that was quite not normal for all of us, but it became the new normal. But this academic year, we will progressively and ultimately progressively conduct classes, no, from August 22 up to October, and then by November, we will implement the conduct of full face-to-face classes already. So you expect that in the next weeks, we will be talking about the schedule later. In the next weeks, the students will be coming not on a daily basis, no, but because we would like to ensure that their onboarding activities here in school will be in place. And we also have what we call as the bridging program, no, in the kindergarten to 12 grade level, so that they will be able to look back, no, from the competencies that they have developed in the previous grade level. And in the case of grade 12 and grade 11 in the senior high school department, they will be carefully assessed by the teachers by way of preliminary tests. These are not graded naman, mga anak. Don't fear the preliminary tests, no, because the teachers would just want to have an idea as to where you are, so that they would also know where to lead you to. Okay? So, ganun po yung model ng ating progressive face-to-face classes here in the basic education program. The schedules will be talked about later, and so you have to stand by and sit back there at the comfort of your homes, so that we will be clarified about all these things. Okay, why are we doing this? Of course, we would like to stress out the reason behind our existence as a Catholic school. We are not here not only to provide any form of education, but the shall I say, the trademark, this striking trademark of St. Louis University, even before, kahit yung mga papa ninyo, mga mama ninyo, lolo, lola ninyo nagtapos sa St. Louis University, they would vouch to the reality of what I'm going to say right now, that when you say St. Louis University, it speaks of quality Catholic education. And I could attest to that because through the years, we have already formed a lot of now professionals, and looking at the roster of teachers that we have, no, from kindergarten to grade 12, I am very proud to say that indeed the quality of and excellent facilities that we have and the student services that we have are, of course, the quality is of course tantamount to the excellent qualifications, the excellent and competent and dedicated offerings of our faculty is intact, no? Proud na proud po ako magsasabi na ang mga teacher natin po dito sa senior high school program, ganun din sa junior high school at sa elementary level, ay sadya pong mga competent, dedicated at committed na mga guro natin dito sa SLU Basic Education School. That is why they will lead our students into forming themselves holistically, wherein we focus on academic excellence and missionary spirit. Ito po yung gusto nating mabuo ng ating mga estudyante, no? Yung pagka-misyonaryo. When you say misyonaryo, we don't think of
We are currently experiencing technical difficulties. Kindly bear with us. And let us wait for Sir Publico to come back into the meeting. Thank you. Welcome back, sir. To our participants, kindly mute your mics if you're not speaking. Thank you.
Ma'am Melanie, am I heard? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Were you able to, are you able to see my presentation po?
Sir, we
Wala
cannot
pa,
see
Sir
the
Mel. Wala pa.
presentation.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to share again the screen. There, do you see it?
Yes po.
Okay,
Yes.
saan po tayo I think you were able to see the presentation for this part. Tama po?
Yes, po, sir.
Okay. So let me continue. That is the goal of SLU Laboratory Senior High School for the formation and development of academic excellence and missionary spirit, missionary spiritedness of all our Louisians. Okay. So wait. Oops. There. To continue, I'd like to again stress on the importance of this family engagement or strong collaboration and participation of our dear parents and guardians as our partners. No? And we will try to strengthen this communication system that we have together with you. Because I believe, and you also believe, that it takes a village to raise a child. It takes both you and me and the teachers and all our partners here in school to raise your children into becoming the child or the children that God wanted them to be. Okay? Because of course, very important po yung communication system natin dahil sabi nga ni Miss Cohen, no school can work well for children if parents and teachers do not act in partnership on behalf of the children's best interests. So all the things that we do are not mainly for ourselves. Hindi po para sa amin ang ginagawa namin. Hindi rin po para sa inyo ang ginagawa ninyo. Yung pag-attend po ninyo ngayon na isinantabi ninyo ang inyong gawain para lang po makasama po namin kayo ngayon, that is one thing that we would like to highlight and be very appreciative about, no? And we would like to stress on the idea that we did these things together today for the best interest of our children, your children and our students. Okay, so like what I said a while back, Father Gilbert, kahit wala po siya ngayon dito, ay pinapaabot po ng ating presidente ang kanyang taus-puso na pagbati sa inyo, and together with the vice presidents, they are also extending their hearty welcome to all our parents and guardians, and of course to our Louisians in grade 12. You can see here on screen our president of St. Louis University, that's Reverend Father Gilbert B. Sales, CICM, together with the vice presidents. We have our VP for Academic Affairs, Dr. Roberto Argeles, our VP for Administration, Dr. Felerina Eliamil, our VP for Finance, Dr. Noel B. De Leon, and our VP for Mission and Identity, Reverend Father McQueen and Maniwang, CICM. Okay, and of course, together with that, I would like to also introduce to you the partners of Mr. Publico, in the overall operations of the school, because supervising a big school like the 3 departments in St. Louis University is, of course, not an easy task. But with humility and all dedication, we committed ourselves, no, to this mission for this year. Okay, so I will be acting as the overall custodian of the school, as the principal of the BEDS, or the Basic Education School, and together with me are 2 assistants to the principal. Let me introduce them to you, and they will you will see them, you will see and hear them later, no, because they also have something to say about this orientation program. I'm referring to our assistant to the principal for academics, Mrs. Lorna Lucas. Ma'am Lorna is there, okay? And of course, our assistant to the principal for student discipline and student services, the former principal of senior high school, no, of SLU, our tatang in the school, in the department, Dr. Romeo E. Javier. Yan, nandoon din po si Sir Romy sa kanyang office. Okay, so thank you so much. You will hear from them later. I also would like to I'll just stop sharing so you could see them. Okay, there. Now, I am very happy also to introduce to you our learning area coordinators, who are our partners, the 3 of us, no, in the formulation and the implementation, as well as the monitoring and evaluation of all our curricular offerings. I'd like you to meet them. They are now in one of the rooms of our Dicastecer building. Yan. Okay, i-spotlight po natin sila para makita po ang nagagwapuhan at nagagandahan nating mga LAC. Our LAC for Religion, Miss Benita Abuan. Okay, kaway-kaway po, Ma'am Benny. Ayan, nandun po si Ma'am Benny. All right. Okay, thank you. We also have our Languages Department LAC, Ma'am Ria Francis Robles. Okay, ayun po. For Science and Math, Mr. Roy Asignacion. Of course, you know Sir Roy, our former assistant principal, no, in the senior high school when you were in grade 11. Our TLE and ICT LAC, Dr. Cristina Laguyo. There, perhaps Ma'am Tina was your teacher when you were in junior high school, right? Okay. For Social Sciences, Mrs. Joanne Alim. Ayun, nandun din po si Ma'am. Teacher po niyo siguro siya noong nasa junior high school kayo. Ma'am Tina and Ma'am Alim, Ma'am Joanne were of course former LACs. They also became GLAs in the junior high school. For research, we have Mrs. Ruby Catalina Bautista. Yan, there, Ma'am Ruby is there. For MAPE and CAT, no, one of the LACs also, no, and teachers in the junior high school, Mr. Marlon Pawid. Okay, and of course our LAC in ABM and Immersion, Mrs. Evangeline Wayagwag. Ayan, nandoon po si Ma'am. Let's give them our virtual reaction to our dear students, our beloved learning area coordinators for this academic year. Although I cannot show them to you one after the other, I would like you to look at the spotlighted area where our teachers in grade 12, your HRAs in grade 12 are. Okay, and just give me a very, very brief moment. And you will see them in your homeroom Google Classroom now because they will be facilitating activities there. I'd like to mention them to you, our dedicated and ever dependable class advisors in the grade 12 level. Okay, for St. Maximilian Colbe, we have Miss Melanie Salingguhay. Okay, Ma'am Melanie is there. Ayan. From St. Bartholomew, we have Mrs. Maricel Pedral. From St. Augustine, Mrs. Mary Gerarda Tumayan. From St. Matthew, Mr. Jeffrey Sison. St. Vincent de Paul, Mr. Cole Hernandez. St. Lorenzo Ruiz, Mrs. Marivic Macadaeg. From St. Therese, Mrs. Marian Dicawan. From St. Francis of Assisi, Mrs. Willamira Atam. From St. Luke, Mrs. Juresa Avelino. From St. Jude Tadeos, Mrs. Marifel Precious Camero. From St. Elizabeth, Ms. Saida Givak. From St. Gertrude, Mr. Jake Quesada. From St. Cecilia, Mrs. Forlane Pasadillo. From St. Andrew, we have Miss Ruth Payaket. From St. John Damascene, Miss Marie-Chris Tolentino. And from St. Nicholas, Miss Jennifer Mostrales. St. Stephen, we have Mr. Salvador Dalang II. From St. Ambrose, Mr. Nelwin Tejada. From St. Joan of Arc, we have Mrs. Patricia Oberos. From St. Raphael, Miss Maria Niza Rodillas. And to complete our grade 12 advisors, we have from St. Anthony of Padua, Mrs. Annalisa Pagaling. I hope that I did not miss on anyone. So those are our teachers in homeroom advisors in the grade 12 level. All right, you have met our 2 assistant principals. You have met the learning area coordinators, as well as your homeroom advisors in grade 12. The next parts of our program, you will be meeting also. Did I miss on someone? I think, yeah, Mr. Joselito Kitongan, sorry po, from St. Francis Xavier pala. Ayan. So, yeah, okay. There you are, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. Hindi pwedeng hindi masabi yung St. Francis Xavier, lalo na yung kanilang class advisor, si Sir Mr. Kitongan. Thank you very much. All right, you already have met them. And so in the next parts of the program, we will be meeting also some of the non-teaching staff of our school who will be giving us some update as to the SOPs and the related matters regarding their services. So once again, this is Mr. Pablico, your principal, for our grade 12 students, saying welcome to SLU, welcome to SLU Basic Education School. Let us enjoy the rest of this day. God bless us all. Thank you very much.
Indeed, that was a heartwarming message for our principal, Mr. Alejandro Pablico. Again, welcome back to our grade 12 students. And indeed, education is a partnership between the parents and the school that the student is enrolled in. Let us all give Sir Alejandro, Sir Mel, a big virtual clap. Okay, or heart react kung gusto ninyo. Okay, so at this juncture, may I now call on Mr. John Vincent Capana for a brief discussion on the vision, mission, and quality policy. Sir Vince, floor is yours.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes po, Sir Vince.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And so let me just share my presentation for this morning. Ayan, so magandang umaga po ulit, dear parents, and also the students, the grade 12 students that are here with us this morning to join our orientation talks. And my responsibility for this morning is to share with you the vision, mission, and the quality policy of St. Louis University Basic Education School Senior High Program. Ayan. So some of you may know me already. No, I am Sir Vincent Kapanang, and I am currently the Campus Ministry Coordinator for both Junior High and Senior High. Ayan. So ang akin pong trabaho po sa campus po na ito ay tungkol sa mga usaping espiritual, no, ng ating paaralan, and to ensure that SLU, even from the kinder level up until the grade 12 level, no, adheres and strives to continue being a quality Catholic school or quality Catholic institution. No? So my job for today, for this morning, is to explain to you the vision mission of our school. Now, the question is, why do we have a vision mission statement? No, yun po yung una nating tanong, as always. Bakit kailangan po natin itong pag-usapan? Bakit naisali po ito sa ating orientation for this morning? Well, basically, no, we have a vision mission statement. All corporations and all institutions have a vision mission statement because, no, this statement stands for the grand project of this school. Pag sinabing grand project po, no, mga dear parents, ito po yung kumbaga yung pinakadahilan, yung pinaka-purpose, yung pinaka-function, no, kung bakit po itinayo ang St. Louis University, kung bakit po nagkaroon ng senior high program, no? This is the ideal outcome, the desired overall result of the school and all the activities that it conducts. So kumbaga po, ang vision mission statement ng ating school po, ito po yung gumigiya sa atin, yung gumagabay sa atin para lahat po ng mga ginagawa natin, kumbaga iisa ang direksyon. No? At napaka-importante po na naiintindihan po natin ang vision mission statement ng ating school para pare-pareho tayo ng interpretation at pagkakaintindi sa kung ano yung mga dahilan. Bakit ginagawa natin ang mga bagay-bagay dito sa ating eskwelahan, no? Kasi po lahat ng mga activities na ginagawa natin dito, lahat ng processes, lahat ng mga kung ano-ano pang kaekan po dyan, no? Lahat po ng mga yan ay ginagawa po natin in order to achieve, no, this end goal, in order to realize this grand project, no? And that means, no, as the parents and the guardians of our dear students, no, upon enrolling your children in wards in SLU BED Senior High Program, you, my dear parents, no, subscribe, believe, and commit to this grand project, no? Kaya napaka-importante po na naiintindihan po natin, no, ang ating vision mission. Para pare-pareho po tayo ng pagkakaintindi. Kasi kadalasan po sa mga conflict na nangyayari, no, kasi po, yung school nag-i-implement ng isang project, nag-i-implement ng isang programa. Pero ito si mommy or si daddy or si lola or si lolo or si tita or si tito, no, hindi masyadong naintindihan kung bakit nga ba ini-implement yung ganyang programa, no? In the end, our desired result, no, is that we deliver the best services to our students. No? Kaya importante na nagja-jive ang ating pagkakaintindi sa lahat ng mga programa na ginagawa natin sa St. Louis University. No? Kaya po natin yan pinag-uusapan ngayong araw. And therefore, no, dahil meron tayong project at ito ay isang group project, sabi nga po kanina ni Sir Publico, it takes a village to raise a child. No? Hindi po kami lang, no, ang magpapalaki o maghuhubog po sa inyong mga anak, no? Kayo po ay aming katuwang, no? Gone were the days that the school is merely a dropping area for children, no? Nadadalhin lang po natin ang ating mga anak tapos iiwan na po natin sila sa paaralan, bahala na po si ma'am, bahala na po si sir. Tapos na po yung mga araw na yon. In the 21st century educational institutional setup, no, we recognize the important, the crucial, the vital role of parents and guardians in forming our students. That is why you, my dear parents, no, we consider you as our co-teacher. No? We also consider you as our mission partners, and we consider you as our co-formators. No? Ano pong ibig sabihin ng mga yan? Well, you are not just mere clients. No? Hindi po namin kayo tinuturing na kumbaga ay mga customer lang, na kapag naibigay na ho namin ng serbisyo, tapos na po ang ating transaksyon. Hindi po ganon ang St. Louis University. As an excellent quality Catholic school, we always strive, no, to help parents and guardians understand that learning does not end in the premises of this school. Pagkalabas po ng mga estudyante, ng mga anak natin sa paaralan, dapat po tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang kanilang formation. Which means dapat pagdating nila sa kanilang mga bahay, nakikita pa rin po nila yung mga values na itinuturo dito sa eskwelahan. Yun po yung napaka-importante doon. No? So this is our vision mission statement. The SLU Laboratory High School Senior High is committed to be a transformative, socially engaged Catholic educational institution forming Christ-centered, responsible, and globally enterprising citizens through holistic human and Christian formation, collaborative learning, and academic excellence in the pursuit of justice, peace, and integrity of creation. Ngayon, napakahaba ho, no? Ano pong ibig sabihin niyan? Our mission, first and foremost, no, this is to summarize it, is to produce active and participative Christian citizens and professionals. Not just professionals. Kasi marami naman pong mga professional, pero wala pong pusong Kristiyano. Walang moralidad ng isang Kristiyano. Anong kinalalabasan? No? Corruption. And that is something that we do not like to produce. No? And in this aspect, our dear parents, you are our co-formators. Kasama ho namin kayo sa paghubog ng ating mga anak para ho ay sila magkaroon ng Kristiyanong ugali, Kristiyanong pag-iisip. Second, our mission is to provide greater opportunities for students to innovate conventions. Now, of course, in St. Louis University as an excellent academic institution, we always push our students to innovate, no, in different aspects of different fields. No? So hindi lang po tayo nakokontento sa mga kinagisnan natin, but we are teaching our students that if things could be improved, then they should be doing it. And in this aspect, you are our co-teachers. And lastly, our mission is to form students to become more involved in community transformation using their talents and skills. No? So kami po, hindi lang po kami concerned sa sarili naming mga activities dito sa loob ng paaralan. Kasi kung makikita po ninyo kanina sa ating vision mission, napakalaki po, no, nang nakalagay doon, socially engaged na mga estudyante. No? So we want to produce students that have a real significant impact sa mga community na kung saan sila nakatira or kung saan sila nagtatrabaho or magtatrabaho eventually. They shouldn't be passive individuals. No? And in this aspect, you are our mission partners. Kasama po namin kayo na magpapaliwanag sa ating mga anak na anak, ginagawa nyo yan para pag ikaw ay naging professional, magkakaroon ka ng impact, no, positive impact sa community sa kung saan ka mabebelo. Okay? Now, of course, Sir Pablico already mentioned this, no, that SLU went through the rigorous ISO certification process in order to ensure that only the best services are delivered to all stakeholders. No? Hindi lang po nagse-self-proclaim ang SLU na excellent quality Catholic institution siya. No? It wants to demonstrate, no, na kami po ay talagang committed na continually improve our services that we deliver to all stakeholders. That is why we went through this ISO certification process, which means na kapag ang inyong mga anak ay naka-enroll dito sa SLU, they are getting quality education comparable to international standards. Di ba? And that is why we came up with this quality policy. This is our statement, our guarantee of commitment to excellence. At the same time, this is our promise. No? We are committed to developing locally responsible, globally competitive, and empowered human resources who are creative, competent, socially involved, and imbued with Christian spirit. Now, where is the promise part? Nandito po sa pangalawa. We, in partnership with our stakeholders, are committed to continually improving the effectiveness of our quality management system in meeting all applicable requirements towards the utmost satisfaction of our valued customers. Now, let us summarize that again. Simple lang pong ibig sabihin yan, dear parents. No? As an excellent school, we do not want to settle for mediocrity. We want to continuously improve ourselves, which means we want to improve on these aspects. Unang-una, improve customer relations. Pagandahin ang pakikitungo sa mga estudyante, sa mga parents, sa lahat ng stakeholders. Streamline student services, which will be explained later by our assistant to the principal, no, Dr. Romy Javier. Pabibilisin po namin, no, ang mga serbisyo na natatanggap po ninyo. At we will maximize efficiency in operational processes, which means pag-iibayuhin po namin ang mga proseso na pinagdaraanan po ninyo ng mga estudyante, pati na rin ng mga teachers. No? That is our commitment to excellence. And lastly, I would like to leave you with this quote from our very own university president. No? Bakit nga ho ba namin ginagawa? Bakit po ba kami napaka-dedicated, no, na gawing excellent quality Catholic school ang SLU? Pwede naman po kaming magsettle sa kumbaga medyo-medyo lang, 'di ba? Because according to our university president, God is praised in excellence. Dahil po kami isang quality Catholic school, the best way we could demonstrate that we are honoring and worshiping God is by being excellent in everything that we do. Yun lang po ang aking parte ngayong umaga. Maraming salamat po. Back to you, Ma'am Maylani.
Okay, so thank you very much, Sir Vincent, for that very comprehensive explanation of the SLU vision, mission, and then quality policy. Now, let us all sit back and relax as you watch the virtual tour and the HyFlex simulation.
Become more in touch with the plight of the students.
I chose SLU because it is one of the most competent, promising Catholic educational institution here in the city of Baguio.
Kumusta kayo, parents or guardians? Can we see some heart reactions, thumbs up or clap mula sa ating mga audience? I hope you're still okay. Okay, so we hope that through the virtual and flexible learning plan, you have already an idea of what to expect for this coming school year. Now at this point, let us be enlightened by the different academic policies and regulations to be discussed by the Assistant Principal for Academics. Let us all welcome Ma'am Lorna Lucas. Ma'am Lorna.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to everyone. I am Ms. Lorna Lucas, the assistant to the principal for academics. Okay, please allow me po to share my screen. Okay, ma'am, is it already visible at your end po?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. So again, good morning everyone, to our dear parents and guardians who are with us today in this orientation through the Zoom. So I will be discussing briefly the academic policies for this school year or academic year 2022-2023. Okay, so upon seeing this illustration, no, why do we need to enroll our children, no, our ward in senior high school? Bakit ba may senior high school po? That is, according to the Department of Education, after senior high school, there are possible things that our children can do. They can enter higher education, which is actually pushed through by St. Louis University, since it has a tertiary level. Of course, if you don't like, they can have the they can actually acquire the middle level skills development through their trainings. They can be businessmen or women through their entrepreneurship skills. And of course, they can also be employed. So ito po yung mga exit route ng ating mga anak after they finish their senior high school. Okay, so upon enrollment, you have actually chosen your modality, learning modality, the learning modality of our children. So would it be hybrid or online? What is the difference between hybrid and online? So when you say hybrid po, this will have classroom interaction, and of course, some reminders and synchronous classes will be done online. So it's a mix of classroom interaction and online interaction, or the virtual discussion. So for the meantime, no, up to the month of October, we will be implementing the hybrid learning mode. Okay, but come November 2, we will be shifting already to a full face-to-face classes. Sana po hindi po tumaas ang kaso ng COVID so that we can do that po. And then for the online mode of learning, of course, there will be pure online. No, may mga nag-enroll po sa atin ng pure online. So definitely the communication between the student and the teacher and the discussion of the lessons will be made online. Saan po kaya? We will be discussing that later on. So that would be the two mode of learning. You have the hybrid and the pure online. Now, let's proceed with the specifics of the hybrid and pure online in terms of the instructions, the interaction between the student and the teacher, or the learner and the teacher, the distribution or access of the activities and the modules, the task completion of the students, kung meron ba kayong babayaran, and of course, the most important is the submission of the requirements. Okay, now let's proceed po doon sa instruction. Let's have first the online-based learning. I hope you know, no, their parents and guardians, kung online po yung anak natin, kung online po ang ating mga anak. So if your child or your ward is enrolled in online-based learning, no, for instructions, of course, the teacher will already act as the facilitator. Gone are the days na ang teacher ang nagbibigay lahat. Instead, we will be having a guided learning this time. No? The teacher will already be the guide at the side. Hindi na po siya a sage on the stage. No? Guide lang po ang teacher to encourage, of course, the learning of the student, the creativity of the student. The interaction, of course, would be individual. It could be individual or group. That depends on the availability, of course, of the teacher and the students. And then access and distribution of the modules and the activities and the like will be through the learning management system. It could also be through email. And of course, it could also be Google Classroom. So if you notice po, my dear parents, no, lahat ng paraan na pwedeng maabot ang mga anak natin, ang mga estudyante, by this, in distributing these modules or these activities is done po by our teachers in the senior high school. For the task completion, that will depend on the subject teacher, and this will be assigned by the subject teacher. Are you going to pay for the module? No po, because this will be uploaded electronically through, like what I have mentioned a while ago, LMS, email, or Google Classroom. But definitely the submission of the activities will be done or will be through the GENYO, the learning management system of the senior high school. Paano kung late po yung anak ninyong mag-submit at close na ang submission bin sa LMS? Then your child or ward can submit through Google Classroom or email. But make sure to notify the teacher concerned when the activity that will be submitted is a late activity po. Ha? Hindi po yung submit po ng submit na hindi po ino-inform ang subject teacher. This is to avoid, no? Baka natabunan ng email ng teacher, hindi na po nakita ng teacher. So please tell your child or ward to notify the teacher in case of late submission. That is for the online-based learning. Now let's proceed with the hybrid learning modality. That will in turn becomes, later it becomes full blast face-to-face come November 2. Of course, the teacher will still act as a facilitator. It's self-paced, no? And teacher encourages students to become independent learner. Okay, as I've mentioned a while ago, these teachers are only a guide at the side, okay, not a sage on the stage. Okay, interaction, of course, individual. If it's an individual concern, even if it's a group concern, then it could also be a group interaction. Access or distribution, it's the same through with the online-based learning. It could also be, kung sa classroom, ibibigay na po sa classroom, or it could be LMS, Google Classroom, or email. For the rest of the categories like task completion, module cost, and submission, parehong-pareho po. And anyway, students who will be going to school, no, for face-to-face learning, they will be reminded by their teachers on their submission po. Okay? And then next po would be the what our roles? No? What is the role of the school? What is the role of the learner? Our teacher's role? What are the roles of our parents? Okay. So for online-based learning, a learner should have a close collaboration with his or her classmates. Not only to his or her classmates, but also to his or her teacher. Because a learner should play a role of a team member, especially in tasks or activities which will be given as a group activity. Okay, ano naman po ang role ng teacher? Kasi wala pong face-to-face, hindi nakikita ang estudyante, no? Teacher will serve as a guide, no? That the student can contact the teacher through the Gmail or the email, no? And even in the Google Classroom, and the teachers will actually respond to that query. Kaya sabihin po natin sa mga anak natin, kung hindi nila naintindihan, they can always contact their teacher or send a personal message to their teachers through the Google Classroom or through the email. How about us parents? What is our role as parents? Parents are very important in the success of the school activities and in the attainment of the goal of our learners. We are supervisors. Paano yung supervisor? Titingnan mo lang ba? I-check mo lang ba yung anak mo kung submission na? Hindi po. We have to constantly remind our learner, our child, anak, natapos mo na ba yung pinapagawa ng teacher? No? Especially this is online. Kung hindi babasahin ng mga anak ninyo ang message ng teacher, there is no way of reminding them. So who will remind them? It is you. That's why we are partners. So in the place of the teacher, since we are the second parent in the school and you are their primary parent and you are their parent at home, no, we have to remind them every now and then. Okay. And then since these are online students, no, online learning, what are the requirements? They should have their computer, their laptop or tablet, whatever is available, and make sure po parents that your area have a reliable internet connection. Some students will even have, meron na nga po sila ng pocket wifi, meron pa po silang connection, no? In case na hindi gumana yung may aberya, kumbaga, yung isang company, telecom company or the internet provider, meron pong second option na gagamitin po yung mga anak natin. Okay? Maganda po sana kung malakas din ang mga data connection po ng mga anak natin. Para in case may sira or hindi natin inaasahan na there will be a weak connection, internet connection, then we can always have a second option. And of course, for online learners, please provide an appropriate study or learning area for our child or for our ward. Hindi po yung nasa sala po siya, doon po siya nag-aaral at maingay si kuya, maingay si ate, nanonood ang kanyang mga kapatid, no? That will disrupt and disturb actually, no, the mindset of our learners in the learning the different subject matter. Okay po, that is for the online-based learning. How about for the hybrid? Ito po yung mga nakikita natin sa loob na ng classroom. Learner's role, independent, as I've mentioned a while ago, and self-learning po ang gagawin natin. The teacher's role would still be a consultant during office hours. Only po ha, only during office hours. Paano kung tatanungin po ninyo, paano kung hindi po naintindihan ng anak ko yung lesson at nahiya po siyang tanungin sa classroom, no? We cannot actually deny the fact that some students are shy, no? Parang nahihiya po silang magtanong sa teacher sa loob ng classroom after the discussion or even during the discussion. So what should we advise to your child? They can actually approach their teacher after class as long as during office hours, no? Punta po sila sa mga faculty rooms. Ma'am, sir, pwede po bang paturo po ako nito at hindi ko po naintindihan? Of course, our teachers are very much willing to help our students, no? In some parts of the lesson, no? Pwede po nilang ituro yun, no? Wala pong bayad yon mga parents, no? Hindi po nagpapabayad ang mga teachers kapag nagpapaturo po 10 minutes, 15 minutes, okay lang po yun. And they are very much willing to help our children. Okay, how about for their requirement for learning? They should have a complete set of printed modules, and these modules can be downloaded. It could be downloaded in the Google Classroom if it was uploaded by the teacher, or it could be from the LMS. So wala po talaga kayong babayaran kasi kayo na po ang magpiprint ng mga modules. I hope klaro po sa ating lahat po yon. Okay, how about for the grading system? The grading system follows actually the Department Ed Order number 8 series of 2005, no? By which you have the following percentages and the components. So the components of the grades for senior high school would be the written work, performance tasks, and quarterly assessments. The written works are the quizzes and some assignments, no? And then performance tasks, these are the small tasks or the performance checks that we give to our learners. And then the quarterly assessment, no? Pre-pandemic po, these are the exams. Ito po yung time na magbabayad na po kayo kasi nga hindi po 'di ba, binibigyan po tayo ng statement of account, no? Para makapag-exam po yung mga anak po natin. But in some cases, no, or most, no, that depends on the subject area. Say for example, wala po silang quarterly assessment o wala po silang exam, quarterly exam na pen and paper. Ang ipapagawa ng teacher nila is a culminating performance task or a big task. okay po yun. Because this big task or the CPT or culminating performance tasks are graded through a rubric. Okay po, to ensure the objectivity of the teacher in rating our the work of our learners. Okay, so these are the percentages po. Hindi ko na po babanggitin. Sa tingin ko po ay napicturan nyo na po ngayon pa lang. Ano po naman po itong nasa baba? So RVE stands for the Religion and Values Education, which has a different percentage. Why? Because as I've mentioned by Sir Vincent a while ago, we are a Catholic institution. Okay po? So for RVE or for the Religion and Values Education, the written works is 20%. PCs or the performance checks, or it could be a missionary response would be 30%. And then religious involvement is 30%. CPT or the quarterly assessment is also 20%. Parents and guardians, please be guided with this grading system para hindi po kayo magtataka. Ang anak ko sa immersion subjects niya, ang taas naman ng kanyang big task or quarterly assessment. Pero bakit ang baba ng grade niya? Kasi po, mas mataas ang performance task na 60%. Okay po, para maintindihan po natin na may mga percentages bawat components. And this depends on the type of subjects. Would it be core subjects? Okay, that is same to all tracks. It could be academic track or it could be a TVL. But this time po, wala po tayong TVL sa SLU po ha, because SLU has a tertiary level. So it means we all our students in the senior high school are encouraged to enroll in the tertiary level. Okay, clear na po tayo dito ha, parents and guardians po. Next po, what I want to emphasize is your participation. Although nabanggit ko na po kanina, your participation as our partners. Participation, partnerships, and constant communication. Not only to the school, but also to your child or ward as well. So therefore, we encourage parents to have a strong and consistent parent support, not only to the teachers, but also to your child. Okay, paano po yun? When you go to school, may nahalata ko yung problema ng anak ninyo, pupunta kayo kaagad sa advisor. Siyempre po, di ba? Sabi ng advisor, your child struggles with attention. Ang automatic na isasagot natin dyan, what does that mean? Anong ibig sabihin nun? May pagkakamali ba ako? Maganda po kung gano'n ang sagot natin, may pagkakamali ba ako? Okay? Hindi po natin sasabihin na, ano ang ginawa ninyo as the advisor, no? We really have to ask ourselves, especially those who are enrolled in an online mode of learning. Bakit kaya? Okay. So here are the tips that we can give you as a SLU community on how to have a strong connection with our children. First is to have a dedicated space for learning, as I've mentioned a while ago po, no? So dapat conducive for learning ang space ng mga anak natin. Walang distractions. Okay po. And the next is to create routines, not schedules. To invite to our students, to instill to our students or to our learners, to our child, that I have to study because I like to study. Hindi yung mag-aaral ako kasi sinabi ni mama, sinabi ni papa. No? So dapat routinary na po routine na po ng mga anak natin ang mag-aral. Kasi gusto nilang mag-aral. Hindi po dahil sa gusto natin silang mag-aral. Okay po. Next po is, napapansin po natin, if we notice that when our child already, parang yung natutulala na lang po sila, let's have them to take a brain breaks. Kung konting, pwede ba akong maglaro saglit sa computer online? Kahit 5 minutes lang po para lang mapahinga ko po yung aking utak. No? May mga ganun po kasi mga bata. Makakapagpahinga kapag naglalaro online. No? That would be fine. As long as you are, our children or your child is being supervised by someone at home. Okay, baka mawili naman siya, dire-diretso na po siyang maglaro. This will help them actually regain, no, the strength of their mind, no, to learn again. Okay. So therefore, I want this one to Actually, mag-end na po ako ng presentation. Excellence in education requires the input, okay, and dedication of the following. And these are the teachers, which represents the whole SLU community, the students, our learners, and parents. When one of the three fails to participate, okay, if our parents fails to participate, excuse me po, please mute po your microphone. Thank you. If our parents fail to participate, if the student fails to participate, but definitely not the teacher because they are being supervised here in school, no, the balance is thrown off and maximum results aren't met. Okay, sana po tandaan po natin ito, not only as parents, but also as facilitators and as guardians at home. And with that, I know we are going to take a picture of this schedule on the first week of classes. That would be, sorry po, that would be August 22 to 26 at 7:40 a.m. So I suppose, or if not yet, baka magtanong po kayo, paano ko malalaman kung batch 1 at batch 2 yung anak ko, no? On Monday, the first half of the class, that would be batch 1, will come to school. Okay? Sino po yung batch 1 dito? Sa grade 11 at grade 12, may batch 1 po. If you don't have yet the information whether your child or ward belongs to batch 1 or batch 2, no? Don't worry, since the email is already on hand. We already have the emails of the children. The homeroom advisor will send a message through email with the SLU domain informing your child or ward if he or she belongs to batch 1 or batch 2. If the homeroom advisor have already created a Google Classroom, then perhaps it could be posted in the Google Classroom the schedule kung kailan po papasok ang mga anak natin. So please kindly inform your child or ward to check the email po. Kung may email na pong advisor, informing them of their batch number. Okay, so halimbawa po, ito na po, alam nyo na po, given that you already know the batch number of your child or ward. On Monday and Wednesday, on Monday, first half of the class will come to school. Bakit po ganon? Kalakalahati po muna. Kasi hindi po natin pwedeng biglahin ang mga anak natin. Remember, we are in the process of transition from the home environment with the comforts of your home, no, to the school environment. Okay po? So hindi po pwedeng biglahin kaagad yung mga anak natin na pumasok ka na. Pasok na kayo, tapos ang dami-dami po nila. Hindi po. First 20 lang po muna, kaya may batches po tayo. So batch 1, 20 students lang po per class. Batch 2, 20 students lang din po per class. Okay. So batch 1 will enter or will go to school Monday and Wednesday. And then batch 2 will go to school Tuesday and Thursday. Ano po ang gagawin ng Friday? Ano po ang gagawin ng mga anak natin sa Friday? They will have independent learning, okay? Some of the presentations of our student services will also be uploaded in the Google Classroom for viewing. Baka gusto nyo pong balikan, pati kayong mga parents po, baka gusto nyo balikan, then this can be viewed through Google Classroom of our learners. Okay. Time schedule, morning classes only. Okay. The same reason with what I have mentioned a while ago po. Okay na po. So I hope na picturean nyo na po. I will proceed na po to the next slide. Dismissal time for those who will come to school for grade 11, sorry, that would be 11:50, and then for grade 12 that would be 12 o'clock po. Yung dismissal time po natin. Okay, for grade 11 students, 11:50. Grade 12 students is 12 o'clock. Okay. And of course, I want to end my presentation with this, giving you thanks. Thank you for choosing SLU Senior High School Department. And together, let us be a group of villages. Sabi nga ni Sir Mel, it takes a village to raise a child. Let's be a group of villages in molding Louisians to becoming community builder with a missionary spirit. Thank you very much. And back to you, Ma'am Mylene.
Thank you for that fruitful discussion, Ma'am Lucas. Besides excelling academically, it is also important to abide by the rules and regulations set by the school. To discuss this more in detail, let us all welcome the Assistant to the Principal for Discipline and Student Services, Dr. Romeo E. Javier. Sir Romy.
Ma'am Lani, nakikita po ba yung audio ko? Malinaw?
Yes, po,
Malinaw, Ma'am Lani?
Yes po, sir.
yes po, sir. Clear po yung audio, tsaka yung slide.
Maraming salamat po sa aming punong guro, kay Sir Vince at kay Ma'am Lorna dahil yung mga paunang mga mensahe ay akmang-akma dito po sa ipaparating natin sa ating mga magulang. Sa ating mga magulang at guardian, isang mapayapang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Kung mayroon po kayong mga katabi na mga anak, advance happy graduation po. Yan. So, una po sa lahat, huwag po nating kalilimutan na ang ating mga anak ngayong taon, sila po yung kamuntik na hindi maisama sa face-to-face classes. Sa makatuwid, isang taon na wala po sila sa silid-aralan. Kaya't sa umagang ito, gusto ko pong iparating kung ano ang mga dapat paghandaan ng ating mga anak para wala po tayong makitang problema pagdating na po ng graduation dahil grade 12 po sila. At kung ano ang magiging papel din ng ating mga magulang. Tatlo lang po ang pinaka mahalaga na nais pong iparating sa ating mga magulang at guardian sa umagang ito. Ito po ay napapatungkol sa attendance. Halimbawa po sa pagliban o kaya'y tardiness. Ito po ang kailangan ng homeroom advisors at ganun din po ang medical department at ang aming tanggapan. So kailangan po namin ang excuse letter, handwritten po ito or encoded, duly signed by the student and parent or guardian. Hindi po namin po tinatanggap ang electronic signatures. Mangyari po yung excuse letter, baka ang gagawa po niyan ay anak. At pakibalikan pong maigi at basahin bago po nyo ito permahan dahil kung minsan baka hindi po tugma o taliwas ang ipinaparating ng anak at pinirmahan ng magulang at kayo po ang natawag, iba po ang inyong kasagutan. Halimbawa naman po may karamdaman o kaya'y may sakit ang anak. Ito po ang kailangan namin. Dental or medical certificate. Copy of a valid ID with signature of your parent. Kayo po ito or guardian. Dito po para mabigyan o agarang mabigyan ng aksyon ng ating mga doktor na kung saan mabibigyan agad ito ng admission form. Subalit, kung ito ay napapatungkol po sa pinagdaanan, halimbawa nagkasakit po, COVID, dengue, at yung iba pang sakit, kailangan po ng readmission form. Hindi po sila agarang papasok sa kanilang classroom. Ito po ay isang halimbawa na kung saan makikita nyo na po aming mahal na mga magulang. Huwag kayong mag-alala dahil ang orientation din ito ay may paparating ng malinaw sa inyong mga anak. Tulad ng nasabi po ni Sir Vince, at ganun din po ni Ma'am Lucas. Kami po ang pangalawang magulang. Kayo po ang magulang, kinakailangan po ang shared responsibility. Sana naman po walang mas makapangyarihan na anak sa magulang. Ibig ko pong sabihin na pakikinggan ang mga anak, ang gabay ng mga magulang. Kung yun po ang nangyayari sa loob ng tahanan, ito rin po ang aming inaasahan, proper way of communication. Be respectful, use proper punctuation, be encouraging in your response to others, use please and thank you, contribute to the conversation by sharing your ideas, and dahil handa namin pong pakinggan, basahin kung anuman ang nais nyo pong ipaabot sa ating tanggapan. Tungkol naman po sa uniform, alam ko po na marami po ang magtatanong tungkol po sa kasuotan dahil nga sa nagdaang taon wala po sila dito po sa campus. 3 po ang uniforme dito po sa senior high school. Ang makikita nyo po, ito po yung standard uniform. Sa baba, babae po, at sa taas, lalaki. So the use of the complete official uniform is highly recommended for face-to-face classes. Sa makatuwid, sa 22, kahilingan po ng ating tanggapan na umpisan na pong isuot ang inyong uniforme. Yung wala pa pong uniforme, mayroon po tayo dito sa ating paaralan, dito po sa harap ng kantin. Babalikan ko lang po itong uniforme ng ating mga kababaihan. Ang kanilang sapatos ang isusuot, black leather shoes at white socks, at dapat hindi po ito mataas o kaya masyadong mataas. Sa makatuwid, 1 inch sana. Sa mga lalaki naman po, black leather shoes. At ang socks, white din po. Hindi bale dahil ipaparating ng maayos sa ating mga mag-aaral sa araw po ng kanilang orientation. Dito po sa grade 12, kayo po ito. For the grade 12 student, the use of upper part of your official school uniform is highly recommended. In case that your uniform is not available, kindly follow the school uniform guidelines for the grade 11 student. Ulitin ko po, for the grade 12 student, ito po ay susundin during your synchronous classes. Ayan. Ang susunod naman po, ang schedule. So, mangyari po na pansining mabuti ang schedule sa araw po ng kanilang pasukan, the wearing of your son or daughter's uniform. Monday, standard uniform. Tuesday, strand uniform. Ito pong strand uniform, kung nakikita nyo po itong kasuotan ko, yung kulay po para sa ABM is yellow, ang humes is blue, at saka sa STEM is green. Wednesday again is standard uniform. Kung makikita nyo po, slash PE uniform. PE uniform is worn when there is PE class on that day. Yung nakikita nyo po, yan po yung PE uniform. Paalala lang po sa mga kalalakihan, iwasan po kung nakabili na po kayo ng uniforme dito po sa ating paaralan, pinagbabawal po namin ang baston. Sa aming mga magulang, please try your very best na wag po itong ipa-repair. Okay? Sa Thursday, standard uniform, and Friday, strand uniform naman po ulit. So nakikita nyo na po yung kulay sa tabi. ABM, yellow, Humes, blue, STEM, green. So dito po sa prescribed hairstyle. So sa ating mga kalalakihan at sa ating mga anak na ito po yung mga ladies, with regards po sa buhok, pinagbabawal po namin ang may kulay na buhok. Sa mga kalalakihan, sa first day of classes po, every Monday of October, December, February, and April, chinecheck po yan ng ating homeroom advisor. Wala po sanang magpapagupit na mayroon pong guhit-guhit po dito sa may gilid o kaya dito po sa dito po sa malapit sa ating mata, kasi mayroon po kaming nakikita na mayroon pong arte-arte na pinapagupit po sa barber. So iwasan po natin po 'yun. Kinakailangan po natural, dahil kapag ang anak po natin magandang pagmasdan, siyempre magiging salamin po din po yan ng ating tahanan. Sa mga kababaihan naman po, for our ladies, tulad ng sinabi po natin, kinakailangan nakalagay po dyan sa screen, hair tied or with hair clip or headband. Ulitin ko po na hindi po pinapayagan ng paaralan ang may kulay ng buhok. At yung pagsuot po ng ito po, yung napakarami pong earrings, ganun din po sa mga kalalakihan, hindi po din po namin pinapayagan. With regards naman po sa profile picture, kung nakikita nyo po yung halimbawa ng larawan na naka-flash po, ganyan po sana ang aming tatanggapin o matatanggap. So Google Meet profile picture for synchronous classes. So malinaw po yung halimbawa diyan. Sa aming Genyo LMS profile picture for official learning management system. Para sa ganun, magiging kaaya-aya, mabilis, at alam po namin na ang anak nyo po talaga ang aming kaharap o kaya'y kinakausap o kausap. Sa synchronous naman po, kung papansinin po natin, tandaan po, use your own table and chair when available to maintain your good posture and attention. Avoid staying on your bed during a synchronous class. Malinaw po yung ipinarating ng ating katuwang kasamahan sa punong guro, sa ating punong guro, Ma'am Lorna, na kapag nasa synchronous class po sila, iwasan po natin yung background, baka kung ano ang makikita sa likuran at kung ano-ano ang mga nakasampay. Always turn on your camera while the synchronous class is going on. Bakit? Para makita namin na yung naka-enroll talaga ang pumapasok. O dili kaya na siya talaga yung nandun sa profile picture na aming natanggap na ipinarating sa ating homeroom advisor. Okay? So, submission of written works and performance tasks shall be coursed through via Genyo e-learning platform. Nabanggit na rin po ito at malinaw na naiparating sa inyo sa pamagitan po ng ating kasamahan na si Ma'am Lorna. Sa hybrid naman po, ulitin ko po ulit yung pinarating sa inyo, submission of written works and performance tasks shall be done in class dahil nandito po sila. Bakit ko po ito binibigyan pansin? Alalahanin po natin mga mahal naming mga magulang at guardian at kung mayroon mang mga mag-aaral o anak na nasa tabi ng magulang. This is your last year, grade 12 po kayo. Iwasan po natin na magkaroon po ng problema dahil kinakailangan sabay-sabay po tayo na aakyat sa entablado pagdating po ng pagtatapos o graduation. Tandaan, mula po ito sa banal na aklat ng kawikaan. Mapalad nga ang taong may taglay na karunungan para siyang punong kahoy na mabunga kailanman. Mga anak, tandaan po ang magandang kinabukasan, magandang kinalabasan ng ating mga anak. Tagumpay din po namin ito na mga magulang. At kapag nagkaroon po kayo ng magandang hanap buhay, yan din po ang aming salamin. Salamin ng St. Louis University, salamin ng ating paaralan. Dahil naniniwala po ako, hindi po kami mga magulang, hindi po tayo malakas habang buhay. Kailangan po ang gabay ng ating mga anak pag tayo na po ay mahina. Tulad ng sinabi ni Sir Vince, napakaganda kapag ang angking ugali ng ating anak, kahit mayroon na po silang posisyon sa buhay, babalik at babalikan po tayo, yayakapin po tayo, at ipapaalala na minsan sila rin po ang ating inaruga. Maraming salamat po at isang mabungang araw muli sa ating mga mahal na mga magulang at guardian. Ingat po. Yan.
Thank you, Sir Javier, for the discussion on what parents and guardians should know about the different disciplinary regulations. So how are you doing, everyone? Can we see some reactions from the audience? Either heart, clap, or thumbs up? Okay, I hope you were able to grasp what has been shared by our assistant principals. Again, if you have any inquiries, you can reserve them later for our open forum. As you know, the modalities that we offer include hybrid and full online. Thus, it is essential to be informed of the different guidelines of the data privacy policy. To further shed light on this, I present Mr. Michael Harata of the TLE ICT Department. Sir Mike.
Hello po. Good morning. Okay. Data privacy po. Data privacy actually ay nasa batas na po natin ito. Okay? So, ito po yung data privacy natin. So, ang data privacy po ay hango dun sa natawag nating Data Privacy Act of 2012. So, the gist of this one is to have the fundamental rights of privacy, ensuring that your communication will be protected by the law. Okay? Yung government po natin ang gumawa nito. So, dapat po alamin natin ito para maintindihan natin yung limitations natin. So, let's proceed. So, these are the different keywords. Okay po ba? Audible po ba ako, ma'am? Okay, so...
sir, you're audible po.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sir.
I was kasi muted ako. So, first one, we have the personal information. Personal information is something that will identify you reasonably and directly ascertain that you are that person. Take note po, no? Magkaiba po ang information sa data. Ang data po ay ang inyong first name, middle name, last name, house number. Kapag pinagsama-sama po nito at makikilala kayo na iisang tao, yan po ay information. Kaya po may tatawag tayong biodata. Biodata ay magkakahiwalay po ito. Samahin natin information. Halimbawa po, number, your phone number, that is an information. Okay? Bakit po ito information? Isa lang naman po ito. When you go and ask for halimbawa, phone number from the different subscribers ng ating network. Bibigay po sa inyo yung assigned SIM card at doon po yung number and mga pangalan po ninyo. Yan po yung mga kumukuha ng ating mga subscriptions. Okay? So wag po natin basta-basta bibigay ang ating information. Okay? Next one po sa ating keyword will be our data subject. Sino po ito? Ito po ay any person na ipaprocess po yung kanyang personal information. So you will understand how these different keywords will come together as we go along with the discussion. Next po sa keyword natin is the consent. Ito po ay humingi sa inyo ng ubaya. No? So it's freely given. This is specific. Ito lang po yung saklaw na hihingin sa inyo. Ito po ay informed indication of will. Ibig sabihin nito ay pumapayag kayo na itong portion na ito ay ipamibigay ninyo or bibigay ninyo yung information na ito. Whereby kayo po ay nag-agree na kokolektahin at ipoproseso ang personal information ninyo. Mamaya, makukuha po natin kung ano ibig sabihin ng processing. So lahat po ito ay pertaining sa personal information related to you as an individual. Okay? Next po will be the controller. So ano po nga po ba ang controller? Ang controller po ay yung tao na kukuha at siya po ang magbibigay ng instructions kung anong gagawin sa mga nakolekta po na data sa inyo. Halimbawa po, dito sa ating school, meron po tayong registrar, sila pang kumukuha nito. Kapag nag-fill up po kayo ng information sa inyong enrollment, meron po tayong mga items na kinukuha or information na kinukuha sa inyo. Sila po yung tinatawag naman natin na mga processor. So malalaman po natin dito yan. Okay? So meron po tayong pagkuha ng information. So meron po tayong exclusion dito. Okay? Ito po yung organization. So kami po ay excluded sa portion na ito. So naatasan po kami, nasa batas po yan ng ating DepEd na pwede po namin kunin or controlling yung mga information. Kasama din po yung mga family members ninyo, okay, in connection to your household affairs. So excluded po yan din sa ating tinatawag na Data Privacy Act. Okay? But anyway, sa amin po, nag-adhere po kami dun sa strictness and compliance po sa data privacy. Na ito po yung tinatawag nating processing. Ito po yung any set of operation na gagawin. Halimbawa po dito, kukonektahin namin. Okay? Yung pag-kolekta ay part ng processing. Pag-record po nito, pag-change, pag-delete. Okay? Kasama po yan dun sa tinatawag nating processing. Basta po recorded or kinukuha or in-encode po yan ang tinatawag nating processing. Next po is the processor. So alam na natin kung ano yung processing. Meron na po tayong processor. Sila po ay qualified act para galawin po or kunin o iproseso yung inyong data. So ito po ay nagko-conform dun sa Data Privacy Act. Okay? So, hindi po basta-basta kinukuha yan. Halimbawa po, no, nagkaroon po ng census. Yung kukuha po ng mga data sa inyo, sila po yung tinatawag nating processor. Okay? Kinukuha lang po nila yan, ini-store nila. At kung ano po ang sinabi ng controller, yun lang po ang gagawin ng processor. Okay? So, next po sa atin will be our privileged information. Ito po under the rules of court, ito po ay pertinent na mga batas. Halimbawa po, yung mga proceedings, yan po ay privileged information. So, most likely, hindi po ito dapat na dinidiscuss o sinasabi outside po ng korte. May mga policies po kasi sila ng mga sinusunod na kuminsan ay hindi saklaw, okay, ng ibang tao or ng public. Next po is the sensitive personal information. Okay, ano po yan? So nandiyan po dito, race, ethnic origin, marital status, age, color of your skin, religious affiliation, philosophical or political affiliations. So sensitive po yan, so wag po natin itong basta-basta pinag-uusapan. Lalo na halimbawa, nagdumang election, kahit po sa bahay natin nag-aaway-away po dahil po sa paniniwala kung sino ating susuportahan na kandidato. Okay po? Kasama din yung ating health. No? Minsan, sensitive po yung issue about health. Also your education, your genetics or sexual life, and yung mga offenses committed or alleged. So wag po natin i-chismis. Sabihin natin yung kapitbahay po natin, nakita natin may ginagawa or may kaso siya, wag po nating pinag-uusapan yun. Maaari po tayong makot at may masabi po tayo at marinig ng ibang tao pwede po tayong tawagin at magkaroon po tayo ng tawag dito, violation sa privacy. Okay? Yung mga sensitive na personal information. Ganoon din po yung mga nailabas na sentensya sa korte, kung magkano binayad sa inyo, magkano ang babayaran ng isang tao sa mga damages. Okay, hindi po ito masyado o dapat na pinag-uusapan. Okay, sensitive personal information din po yung mga na-issue po or binigay sa atin ng different government agencies. Kasama po dito yung ating mga ID cards, licenses. Ito ay nandito po yung kompletong pangalan natin at makikilala po tayo kaagad-agad using our IDs. So wag po natin basta-basta ito ibinibigay kung kani-kanino. But malalaman po natin kung meron po tayong exemptions. Okay? Sensitive din po yung sinabi ng korte na classified. So pag sinabi po doon nakalagay na classified by Congress, wag po natin itong dapat pakikialaman or kung alam po natin, wag po nating pinagsasasabi. Okay? Scope. Sino po ang sakop ng Data Privacy Act? Itong act po na ito ay sa mga personal na tao, no? Tayong mga private individual, kasama rin po tayo dito, no? But most likely, ang nandito po na sinasaklaw niya ay mga controllers. Okay? Kasama po yung processors. So sila po ay nag-adhere dapat sa Data Privacy Act na ito dahil kinukuha po nila ang information ng bawat individual kapag nagtatransact po sila ng kanilang business. For example, punta tayo sa City Hall, nagtransact po tayo doon, sila po yung covered ng personal information policy. Okay? Yun din po mga gumagamit ng equipment na located in the Philippines dahil meron po tayong mga collectors. Halimbawa, kumuha po ang isang kumpanya ng data processor, okay, magsusurvey galing sa ibang bansa, pero gumamit po sila ng equipment dito sa Philippines, sakop po sila. Bakit po? Yung kanila pong mga data ay nandito po sa Philippines. Okay? Kasama po sila doon. Also, yung mga nagme-maintain po ng offices, branches, and agencies in the Philippines. Next po, meron po tayong exceptions din sa act na ito, sa batas na ito. Ang hindi po kasama dito ay yung ating government employees or mga institutions. Bakit po? Sila po yung mga kinukuha na natin ng mga applications. Halimbawa, kukuha po kayo ng mga licenses, kailangan po nilang kunin yung mga data natin. Halimbawa, first name, last name, address, contact numbers. Hindi rin po kasama dito yung mga services under contract by the government. Halimbawa, meron po silang mga subcontracts. Sila po ay parang binigyan po sila ng special permit at sila po ay kailangan kunin yung mga data para maproseso po yung kailangan nating kunin na tinasak natin sa mga businesses na ito. Okay? Ito po, kasama din dito yung discretionary benefit of finance in nature. Halimbawa po, sa mga naglo-loans po, no? Okay? Sila po kailangan nilang kunin. So exempted po sila sa act na ito. Siyempre, halimbawa, parang kung nila bibigay yung inyong billing statements or anything na kailangan nilang kunin para makilala po kayo kung kayo ang totoong taong ito. Okay? Yung mga journalistics, artistics, literary and research purposes, newspapers, kailangan po nila ito. So exempted din po sila sa ganito. And then functions of public authority. Yung mga kapulisan po natin, hindi po sakop ng ganito. So hindi po pwedeng sabihin niyo, hindi ko pwedeng bigay ang ID ko dahil ito ay violation ng data privacy. Hindi po, sila po ay hindi sakop nito at kailangan po ninyong ipakita at i-identify kung sino po kayo. Okay? Ganon din po ang jurisdiction nito na sakop ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Lahat po ng bangko ay hindi sakop at kailangan ninyong ipakilala at alamin ng bangko kung sino po tayo. Mahirap na po, baka mamaya hindi po tayo yon, pwede po tayong tumakbo, no? Hindi tayo makapagbayad. Okay, ngayon meron din po yung mga foreigners, no? Bakit hindi sila kasama? Nasa Philippines po sila. Hindi po sila sakop dahil sa kanilang mga bansa. Meron silang tinatawag na sarili nilang data privacy laws. At kung halimbawa, meron po tayong mga concerns sa mga foreigners na ito, pwede po tayong mag-file ng ating complaint sa NPC, okay, National Privacy Commission. At sila naman po ang magpapaabot sa kanilang mga kanya-kanyang embahada or embassy. Okay? So yan po yung ating nagiging saklaw. So exempted po sila dito. So yan po yung mga data privacy contents. Now, paano naman po yung ating mga rights? Meron po naman tayong mga rights. So ano po yung mga ito? Unang-una, yung right to be informed. So kailangan, kapag hihingin po ang inyong mga information o data sa inyo, kailangan sasabihin nila kung ano ang purpose nito. Or halimbawa po, no, meron pong nangyari na kayo po ay gumamit ng ibang PC or computer, nag-online po kayo, pumasok kayo sa ibang account, at nag-login po kayo, no, ginamit niyo yung ibang account ninyo. Okay? Makikita po ninyo na ang mga Gmail po ninyo makaka-receive na meron pong nagla-login na ganito sa ganitong computer at sa ganitong lugar. Ito po yon, right to be informed, at ino-notify po kayo dapat ng mga agencies na ito. Okay? Sunod po yung right to access. So kapag ito po ay na-record, kinuha po yung inyong mga data, pwede po ninyong hingin. Yung data ko po ba ay kumpleto, tama, at hindi po mali or meron pong kailangang ayusin. So dapat pwede po ninyong mahingi. Kapag hindi po nila ibibigay sa inyo, pwede po ulit kayong mag-complain. Okay? Right to object. Pwede po ninyong sabihin na, ops, hindi po pwede ito ha, ayaw ko pong ibigay. Kapag wala pong consent sa inyo. So kailangan bago po kayo ma-interview, sasabihin po muna nila kung ano ang purpose ng pagkuha ng inyong personal information. Okay? So kailangan may consent po kayo. Pwede po ba namin kunin? Kukunin po namin. Again, take note po ha, meron po tayong exceptions dyan. Yung mga kukuha po ng mga census. Kailangan po nibigay yun. Okay? Ba't po tayong mag-object doon? Now we have the right to erasure or blocking. So pwede natin i-suspend, withdraw, blocking, or removal or distraction. Example po nito, pumunta po kayo dyan sa malls. Okay? Karanas po niyan, lalapitan kayo, ipo-profile po kayo ng mga lumalapit sa inyo. Okay? Pag nakita po na maganda ang inyong tsura, paporma po kayo, lalapitan po. Meron na po ba kayong credit card? Ganyan. Dito po lately, meron pong pinasala ang ating mayor kasi po nilalapitan po nila yung mga senior citizens. Sila po yung nagpo-profile. So pag nilapitan po kayo, pwede nyo i-refuse at sabihin na tanggalin ito. Okay? Erasure po yun. Next naman po, it's right to damages. Halimbawa po, no, nakita po ninyo na yung inyong data ay ginamit, yung profile picture ninyo ginamit sa ibang paraan, yung inyong mga data records na biglang na-post o na-ipakita, pwede po kayong mag-complain at mag-file ng damages. Okay? Mahirap na po, baka mamaya kumalat po yan at ginamit yung mga pictures ninyo sa ibang paraan at napunta sa, alam niyo na po yung sinasabi natin. No? Okay. Next, right to file a complaint. Kapag palagay po ninyo na na-violate po yung inyong privacy, okay, lapit po tayo sa NPC at mag-file po tayo ng complaint. Next po is to right to rectify. May karapatan po kayong i-correct o palitan kung meron pong mga updates or errors. Halimbawa po, nagpalit po tayo ng address, lumipat po kayo or nagpalit po kayo ng number, pwede po kayong magpalit o magdagdag o mag-update o mag-rectify ng inyong records. Okay? May karapatan po tayo dyan. Next po is the right to data portability. Halimbawa po, gusto niyo lumipat ng school, papasok po kayo ng SLU, yung inyong pong data na nanggaling sa ibang school, may karapatan po kayong kunin o sabihin na ilipat po yung inyong records. Halimbawa po, sa hospital, ganun din po, lipat kayo ng hospitals, pwede po ninyong kunin o sabihin na ilipat ang inyong record from the previous hospitals. So yan po ang ating data privacy rights. Maganda po na malaman po natin ito at alam natin ang ating hangganan. Isa lang pong pahabol, yung mga nagre-record po dito, bawal po yan, no? Unless meron po tayong consent. Nandun po kayo sa labas, nag-take po kayo ng video at hindi po ninyo sinabi yung consent. Okay, bawal din po yan. Kailangan i-blur po natin ang buka ng ibang tao. Kahit po nasa public space tayo, dahil kinukuha natin ito at gagamitin natin sa private na mga functions, i-blur po natin ang buka ng ibang tao. Okay? So yan po ang ating data privacy. Ang ating data protection officer sa SLU ay si Dr. Cecilia Mercado. Yan po yung kanyang email address. Okay? Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. Ma'am Mayla, balik po sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Sir Harata. May we always remember to think before we click. Now, to brighten up our morning, let us watch this short intermission number from one of our Sanama student leaders.
When it rains, it pours, but you didn't even notice it ain't raining anymore. It's hard to breathe, and all you know is the struggle of staying above the rising waterline. When the sky is finally open, your rain and wind stop blowing, and you're stuck off in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, but darling, I'm just gonna tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over you. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors: yellow, red, and orange, and green, and a list of million others. So tie up the boat, take off your coat, and take a look around. When the sky is finally open, your rain and wind stop blowing, and you're stuck off in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, but darling, I'm just gonna tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over you. Tie up the boat, take off your coat, and take a look around. When the sky is finally open, your rain and wind stop blowing, and you're stuck off in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, 'cause darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head.
That was such an amazing performance. Thank you very much, Justin. Can we get some reactions from the audience? Okay, so may nakikita tayong nag-clap, merong nagsabing wow idol dito sa group chat. So thank you for those reactions. So for the next part of our program, are you now ready to meet the non-teaching staff of senior high? Let us now be acquainted with the different student services, starting with the library. Let us all welcome Ms. Renalyn Quiliase. Ma'am Ren.
Ayan. So, hello everyone. Good morning po. Good morning to our dear parents, guardians, and to our students who are here with us today. And so for the Learning Resource Center or the library orientation, so as we all know, we believe that the library plays an important role in our learnings journey Ayan. So what we do as school librarians is we help them in their information literacy, information literacy, and of course, we also help them in their health, well-being. And of course, we also provide materials for their uh, resources rather in their academics. And next, as for for the service hours of the library, we can cater to your needs, our students' needs from 7:30 to 5:30. That is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And for Thursday and Friday naman, we are open from until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So the library of the senior high is located at the second basement of the Gerard de Casticker building, that is room GD 205. And your school librarian is Ma'am Juvie B. Aguay, but unfortunately he's on maternity leave. Ayan. So sa ngayon po, Ma'am Novi is at the senior high para po siya yung nagke-cater po ng needs ng mga parents and students dun sa senior high. And actually, she's busy right now dahil sa ating book selling since nag-start na din po ang book selling ng junior high. Ayan. So for the senior high, await po tayo ng announcement. And next is we have here, how does the school library support your child? So for us, your school librarians, we would like to empower the students to these 4 words, that is to think, create, share, and grow. We promote for them to apply curiosity. We promote creativity for them to share their knowledge, and of course to deepen their understanding. And first is students display curiosity, seek answers, gain knowledge, and ask answers. So the school librarian can provide strategies to help your child select print and digital resources and discover new ideas and important topics. So part of the specific service that we provide here is yung ating homework help, which is ito yung we suggest or provide them the reference materials available at the library. They can access po yung ating electronic resources. And of course, they can make use of the computers. And of course, we also provide or give them yung tutorial regarding the use of these various electronic resources that are available po. So yan yung mga halimbawa ng ating services when it comes to their homeworks. And of course, students make educated decisions, create products with new knowledge, draw conclusions, and the school librarian can demonstrate safe, age-appropriate strategies to encourage your child to create knowledge as a writer, artist, storyteller, and digital citizen. So in here, since we have this information literacy program, yearly po yan na ginagawa ng library. We can collaborate with other to the various subjects of the students. And so in the senior high, it is actually the continuation of what kung ano yung hindi namin natakal sa junior high. So it would based on the requested topics po ng ating mga teachers din. And next is we also have here students share knowledge, participate with other students gaining knowledge. The school library is a great place to share ideas and thoughts with their peers and the global community. School librarians can help make this happen online and face-to-face. And so library is a place where the students gather. They can come with their classmates and friends, schoolmates, and of course with their teachers also. They can have their discussions there, meetings. It is also a place for them to do their homeworks, research, and so forth. And next is aspire to grow as a student, increase literacy, and use information ethically. So we would also like to remind our students, yun po, yung, for them to be mindful on what to share and not to share, especially po sa ating, since uso po ngayon yung tinatawag nating fake news. And so we also give them tips or remind them on how to identify what is fake or not. And so the school librarian can suggest new books and resources to stretch her child's boundaries and help them grow as a learner. Ayan. So meron din po tayong tinatawag na yung bibliotherapy, which is a good tool for them to enhance yung their reading culture and of course for their good behavior. And that's it for the Learning Resource Center. For more inquiries po, you can like and follow the Facebook page of the library or the LRC. You can send your queries po dito sa ating chat box or message. And so thank you po and have a nice day.
Thank you, Ma'am Ren. Next up, let's listen to Dr. Lorna Halog of the Dental Clinic.
A pleasant day, parents and guardians. These are the dental services offered by the school dental clinic. So the dental sticker building, specifically at GB 311. So facing the GB building, the clinics are located at the right side wing of the building. Okay. Official dental clinic hours, we start at 8 o'clock a.m. and then we have lunch at 12 and then resume at 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. Monday to Friday, excluding holidays. So these are the forms that were properly filled out during enrollment. These are the dental health form and the drug allergic reaction checklist. So for those who have enrolled online, your child or ward will be given the same form to be filled out when they come visit the dental clinic. As such, please advise them or let them know of their drug allergies if there are any. So upon consultation, these are the guidelines for when they come in the clinic, they are asked to wash their hands and then gargle with oral antiseptic solution. And then after which we proceed to the consultation proper. So depending on the result of the oral examination, the dentist will give the first dose of medication free of charge, while the rest will be prescribed. So just a reminder that if the dentist prescribes the rest of the doses, please complete the dose so that this is to avoid drug resistance. The dentist may also provide a referral to your family dentist for services beyond the means of the school facilities and for those cases which needs immediate dental procedure. So if there are emergencies and send them out emergency treatment, we will call you, the parents, or details that were listed in the dental form to ask on to then go out and then send them to the principal's office for an official note that they are going out. As such, a follow-up with the school dentist will be necessary when they come back to school. Okay. So the dental clinic also offers online dental consultation, which is available especially to all officially enrolled SLU Bed senior high school students who are registered in the purely online modality. Our virtual dental clinic is on deck anytime from 8 o'clock a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Mondays through Fridays, excluding holidays. So dental concerns shall be addressed to the school's official virtual dental clinic on our FB Messenger, m.me/SHS Dental Clinic. Okay, so our guidelines for online dental consultation. Upon reaching the virtual address on FB Messenger, a prompt message will appear depending on the time you have visited the account. But if it is within the official clinic hours, the prompt message contains the instructions and details of the dental consultation. So please follow exactly the instructions for prompt and organized resolution or intervention of your dental concern. So the most important details would be, first, of course, type your personal information with your complete name, your strand, grade, and section, age, and gender, followed by stating your complete chief complaint. For example, masakit po ang ngipin ko, yung bagang sa upper right. And then another is, you have to describe the signs and symptoms of your complaint along with the onset or when did it start. Like, there's throbbing pain, which started a day ago, aggravated by eating or drinking or gargling with cold. Also indicate medications already prior to the consult. Like, for example, I have taken in mefenamic acid 500 mg but to no effect. I also have allergies to ibuprofen. Ganun po. Also indicate relevant dental history if there were any. Like, for example, may pasta po dati pero natanggal. And this is also one of the most important para hindi po ako nag-i-imagine. Ano po, pag konsulta tayo online, you also have a photo area. Just a reminder, no, sa online dental consultation, ha, dapat po yung officially enrolled student po ang may kaso at hindi ho kung sino po sa pamilya, kasi po once na nagkonsulta ang bata, automatic po na nilalabas ang kanyang official dental health record. Nilalagay po doon lahat ang mga detalye ng konsultasyon, and the dental health record is a legal document. So when you come to the clinic and ask for it, which you will be given a photo of it, which is certified true copy, and you need it for something else, or as a legal document to get a visa or enter another school, at least yung mga nakalagay doon is pertinent data related to your dental case. An online prescription will also be sent if deemed necessary. We may refer you to your family or private dentist for medical specialists for more intensive treatment if needed. A patient recall or follow-up by the school dentist of treatment completion. Ito po added service lang po na siguro after a day or two, I will try to contact you and ask you if okay ba, na-resolve ba ang ating problema, or so that we would be able to address the situation kung sakaling hindi pa nagamot. Okay, for absences due to dental-related cases, if you were absent due to dental-related case within 2 days or more, you will have to get dental certificate or family dentist. So ibig sabihin, kailangan nyo magpa-check duly licensed dentist. And then when you come for readmission, please pass by the school clinic for authentication of the document for readmission, and follow up na rin and recall kung ano yung mga nakastate sa dental certificate. I will have to recall also if you have followed the instructions of your dentist. I also would like to invite you to like and follow our official social media account, SLU LHS Senior High School Dental Clinic, for more updates and information on Facebook. So thank you very much. Arlog, Doctor of Dental Medicine, your school dentist.
Thank you very much, Doc Lorna. Our health during the pandemic is indeed our utmost priority. To further discuss important details regarding the medical clinic, I present Dr. Jeanette Deliso. Doc Tina.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. Let me share my slides first. Okay, can you see my slides? Good morning, everyone. And I want also to welcome our dear parents of grade 12 students here at SLU Basic Education School Senior High Department. I am Dr. Tina, just call me Doc Tina for short, for I am your morning doctor. Okay. The Medical Dental Clinic provides basic health services to the employees and students of St. Louis University Basic Education School High School Department while they are inside the campus. Okay, our clinic hours are at 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Mondays to Fridays, except holidays. Okay, here are your medical staff. Yours truly, I'm Doc Tina, your morning doctor, and we have our PM Dr. Laila Gihara, Dr. Laila Gihara, and also our school nurse, Mr. Roy De La Cruz. Okay, let's have our clinic location is at GD 311. This is at the lobby. And let's have a quick tour inside the clinic. Okay, inside the clinic, we have our consultation and treatment room, our nurse station and reception area, where your medical files will be put out here. And then you have our observation area and the dental reception area. So what are the services you can have in the clinic? So we do consultation and treatment with provision of 1-day dose of prescribed medication. That is if available. But we do release a prescription also for you to buy your own medication. So we also do teleconsultation. So students, employees may send their health-related inquiries through any of the following. So you can email us at shsmedicalclinic@slu.edu.ph, and our messenger account is St. Louis University Senior High Medical Clinic. So I would like parents and students to take note of these accounts and email. So we do also first aid and initial management of medical emergencies and referral to medical specialists or health specialists, health facilities if necessary, including COVID-19 related cases. So daily health check. So ano ba tong daily health check? So daily to ha. So all employees and students, even visitors, will undergo triage. So they will first pass the triage area daily. And in senior high school, we have the Stay Safe mobile app, and you can download it as using Android phones at Play Store and iPhone at App Store. Then register. So may I request parents to tell your children, or if we have students here, to please download the app before your face-to-face schedule. Okay? Kasi ito yung app. So you look at your phone. If you have your phone now, you download the app, the Stay Safe app. And then after downloading, you register, and your QR code, your own QR code will appear. Okay, you can download this QR code, your personal QR code. And also you can update your health status. So under the QR code, you have the health check there. So please do fill up the health check honestly. So if you have fever, please check the fever. You have cough, you check cough. Okay. But if no signs and symptoms, such as check the none of the above, and then submit. And once you enter the school, you will find the institution QR code at the gate or at the triage area. You scan it, and allowed will be if after scanning, allowed will appear in your phone, and this will be shown to the triage officer daily. So you cannot cheat this one because date is indicated there. Okay, but there are also alternatives. So as per experience, there are phones that you cannot download the Stay Safe. So in that case, you can do the manual HDF, which is located also in the guardhouse and at the triage area. Or you can scan, if you have no data or internet, the downloaded QR code can be scanned by our triage officer. And a stamp will be placed on students' forearm as proof that they have undergone triage. And this will be checked by the teachers before the start of the first class. Okay. So what else? So we implement and observe also the minimum public health standards here in school. So I'm sure by now that you know this by heart already. It's been more than 2 years of pandemic. So always practice the minimum public health standard by wearing of well-fitted face mask. Ano ba tong well-fitted face mask na to? So ang well-fitted face mask ay naka-cover ang nose until your chin. Okay? And avoid twisting the ear loops. Just knot it pag hindi siya sakto. So pag maluwang, inanat nyo na lang doon para fit na fit talaga siya. Okay? Frequent hand washing or sanitation using 70% ethyl alcohol. So our school is have the 4 hand washing station, and also our comfort rooms are provided with the hand washing area. Okay, cough and sneeze etiquette. So by now you should know how to cough and sneeze, and then maintain physical distancing and avoiding crowded areas. Always bring your hygiene kit. So ano bang laman nitong hygiene kit na to? You should have your own alcohol or sanitizer, hand soap, tissue paper, hand or face towel, and extra face mask. Follow the directional arrows while inside the building, especially in areas where there is a one-way foot traffic. Yellow means entrance or to the right. Blue means exit or to the left. Okay. While inside the classrooms, always wear your face mask. So bawal po yung nakalabas ang ilong, nasa baba ang face mask. Hindi po ganon ang well-fitted face mask. Okay. Follow the entrance and exit points in the classrooms. Sanitize the table of your armchair before sitting and before leaving the classroom at the end of the class. Stay in the seat assigned to you. No chair hopping. So bawal ang papalit-palit ng inuupuan. Okay? Strictly no borrowing of personal and school items. So bring your own pens, books, papers, notebooks, etc. Avoid gathering in groups, especially during meal or snack break and dismissal. Since everyone removes their mask while eating, avoid talking. Wear your mask immediately after eating or drinking. So we have the university, St. Louis University have the quarantine and isolation protocol. So in accordance with the SLU COVID-19 institutional policy or health and safety protocols and the DepEd Memorandum on limited face-to-face resumption of classes, it is highly advised that all students who will attend the face-to-face classes must be vaccinated. So take note, it is highly advised. It is not mandatory, but it is highly advised. Okay. Students who exhibit symptoms of COVID-19 shall be excused from in-person classes and shall be shifted temporarily to distance learning modalities. So don't worry if your children have colds, just cold, pwede siya mag-absent kasi excuse naman siya. That is one symptom of COVID-19. Okay. Students exhibiting any one symptoms related to COVID-19 will not be allowed to attend face-to-face classes for the duration of the symptoms. That is at least 14 days. We are following the DepEd Office Memorandum, and So 14 days siya. So magkaiba ito sa IAPF kasi DepEd po tayo. Okay? Students exhibiting symptoms of COVID-19 are encouraged to use the online medical teleconsultation service of the medical clinic instead of going to the school for an in-person consultation and treatment to prevent and control the spread of infection. So pag may sakit na, you just call us through the addresses I mentioned a while ago. Okay. Though again, the school has also an isolation or holding area located near the triage area for students who develop COVID-19 related symptoms while inside the campus or classroom. So habang nagkaklase, parang feeling niya may fever siya or bigla siyang sinipon. So we have a holding area. And a referral system between the school and the PACDAL BHERT exists also. And patient's parent or guardian will be notified by the medical staff before the referral to the BHERT. BHERT shall provide the needed management. Okay. Health and sanitation reminders and take-home notes. So sanitize your chair before and after class using 70% ethyl alcohol. Be sure to dispose your soiled or used face masks and tissue papers in infectious trash bins with color-coded trash bags. So ito yung may mga yellow bags na makikita nyo along the corridors. Okay? Always dispose your other trash properly. So biodegradables and non-biodegradables. So we expect you to do waste segregation while in school also. Regular disinfection of all classrooms using DOH-approved disinfecting solutions. Floor and surface disinfection by our utility personnel. So these are the most commonly touched surfaces. Okay. Guardians and parents should stay only in the designated waiting areas. This is during dismissal time. Okay. Those with private vehicles should follow the designated drop-off and pick-up areas inside the campus. And no loitering inside the campus. Go straight to the classrooms after undergoing the triage and go straight home after class dismissal. So again, stay home if you have one or more COVID-19 related symptoms. So that's all. Thank you for listening and welcome parents and students.
Thank you very much, Doc Tina. May we always remember to follow the health protocols. Now, to represent the cashier's office, may I call on our dear principal, Mr. Alejandro Pablicon. Sir Mel?
Yes, Ma'am Melanie, I'm back on track. All right, so thank you very much once again to our dear parents for standing by. On behalf of our cashier, Ma'am Lorena Presto, whose beautiful and lovely profile is what you are seeing right now, may I please give this part of the orientation, no? Allow me to share the screen. Okay, very briefly lang po ito, just for us to be reminded of some protocols or some reminders that we have from our cashier. Okay, so from the cashier's office, you have here Ms. Lorena Presto as our cashier for both junior high school and senior high school. Now, for our parents and guardians, let me remind you that the available payment methods are the following. Number one, you can come here to the school and pay the due, no, for the dues for your child or ward. The payment can be made by cash or by check, no? Dated check po. Hindi po pwede ang ating tinatawag na post-dated check. Okay? The payee for the check should be SLU Laboratory High School. Or number two, through banks, over the counter lang po muna tayo. Accredited banks are BDO or East West Bank in any of those locations, Baguio Benguet, Ilocos, La Union, or Pangasinan. And another bank is UCPB. Bank details were sent po through the student email addresses for the convenience of our parents through your wards or children. Assessment of fees and payment schedule, please log into your student portal. Or for those who already have their parent app, makikita po doon din ang inyong assessment and payment schedule. If problem arises, kindly contact Sir Richard at RF Zaldivar at slu.edu.ph. For bank payments, please send a copy of your deposit slip to our cashier LA Presto at slu.edu.ph for proof of payment din po. Now, in SLU, we offer the following discounts. Now, number one, government subsidy, ESC po para sa payak natin, no, for grade 7 to 10. You may contact Mr. Efren Campos, our staff in the registrar's office for this one. But I'm sure that at this time you already have checked this, that this is one of the documents that you have to fill out, no, while enrolling or during enrollment. And the voucher program for grade 11 and 12, you may contact our school registrar at shsregistrar@slu.edu.ph. For academic scholarship from other schools, no? So sa mga parent natin or guardian na may mga anak pa na incoming grade 11, okay, a student who earned rank 1, pag nag-valedictorian po ang ating anak sa anumang eskwelahan, public man or private school or dito sa junior high school natin, 100% discount po siya sa tuition fee only. But the miscellaneous and other fees will have to be paid by you, no? So malaking tulong po ito. And for 50% naman po ang ibibigay na discount sa tuition kapag rank 2 or salutatorian yung ating anak. Okay, that means you will have to pay the miscellaneous and other fees. Okay, please send certificate of ranking o yung card ng anak natin o yung certificate of ranking na tinatawag natin mula sa eskwelahan to LA Presto at slu.edu.ph, or during enrollment, you may show that document. SLU also offers 10% discount po kapag magkakapatid ang inyong mga anak mula elementarya hanggang college. Okay? Noon po kasi elementary lang. High school, mga anak nyo sa high school, sila lang ang bibigyan ng discount. But our administration has already extended this to cover kindergarten to college. Kung may anak po kayo sa kinder at may anak kayo sa high school at may anak sa college, then each of them will receive 10% discount on tuition fee only. Ngayon, hindi po ito kaagad-agad maaalis doon sa ating babayaran, no? You will have to pay the down payment or pay an amount, no, for during enrollment. That this discount kasi it has to be processed muna. Alamin po na natin kung alamin ng finance natin kung sino ang magkakapatid. Then the discount will be applicable practically on the 4th quarter of the academic year. Pero malaking bagay din po ito. Halimbawa, ang tuition fee natin ay 40,000, for example, 10% of that is 4,000. Kung tatlo yung anak mo, 12,000 din yon. Okay, di ba? So magandang balita po ito mula sa ating eskwelahan. Another one, there is also what we call as the dependent discount. So yung mga kasamahan natin na faculty or employee na may staff na may anak ay bibigyan po sila ng discount mula sa St. Louis University. Alam na po yan ng ating mga kapwa empleyado sa SLU. Now we have a deadline for the submission of certificate of discount for SLU employees and certificate of ranking. Ito po yung mga valedictorian at salutatorian will be on August 31 only. Now, kung may refund po kayo, may overpayment ang mga estudyante graduating or transferring to another school, you have to fill out a refund form. Lahat po ng mga refunds ay ibibigay po ng school, provided that you inform us that you are in need of that refund through the form that you are going to fill out. Okay? Kailangan po naming malaman kung ano po yung paparefund ninyo. These forms are available at our cashier's office. Ito po yung policy natin sa withdrawal of enrollment. May mga iba po kasi nagwi-withdraw sa enrollment ng ating mga anak. Take note that you paid a reservation fee of 2,000 in junior high school and 2,500 in senior high school. Ito po ay hindi na po refundable pero deductible sa down payment in case the reservation fee was not settled separately, sabi dyan. Ngayon, ito po yun. If the enrollee withdraws his or her enrollment on or before the opening of classes in August 2022, August 22, 2022. Okay, ngayon po, yun, no? The enrollee through his or her parents shall be entitled a refund. 100% po ang ibibigay na refund sa inyo ng eskwelahan. Okay, this is applicable even to those who withdraw enrollment hours after the enrollment process is completed. May mga iba po rin po kasi nagpapaprocess ng enrollment ngayon, tapos may biglang tumawag, lilipat na pala tayo sa ibang lugar, sabi ng asawa or yung spouse niya o kamag-anak, then you can already withdraw on the same day and you get a 100% refund of what you have paid. If the enrollee withdraws his or her enrollment or drops out or is dropped after the opening of classes, no? Pumasok na yung estudyante, yung bata, from the time that we started classes, but before 2023, yan. So from August 22 to February 2023, the enrollee will be charged school fees amounting to pro rata basis for tuition fee and charge in full for miscellaneous and other fees. Halimbawa, August 23, nag-withdraw po kayo, no? Or nag-drop yung bata sa January 2023. Ayan, so pro rata basis po yung charge po natin sa tuition fee at full po ang payment natin sa miscellaneous and other fees. Another one, if the enrollee withdraws his or her enrollment or drops out or is dropped within or after the month of February 2023, pagkatapos ng February 2023 lang po mag-withdraw or mag-drop, the enrollee will be charged the full total school fees na po. Kasi malapit na po ang ending ng eskwelahan doon sa date na yun. Alright, so we thank you for still sustaining your enthusiasm, no, and your great motivation to let your children or wards continue their education here with us in St. Louis University. Sabi nga ni Benjamin Franklin, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Pwede naman po na kung saan na lang po natin ilagay ang ating mga anak, no? Pwede namang may mag-home learning na lang sila, homeschooling na lang sila, or ilagay sa kung anumang school. Pero kayo po, saludo kami sa inyo mga magulang at mga guardian dahil yung inyong pagmamahal sa kanila ay kitang-kita dahil pinili pa rin po ninyo ang SLU na pag-enrollan sa inyong mga anak despite the challenges that we may be facing right now economically, because it's true, and this investment will last for a lifetime and it will form the future of your child or ward. So with that, on behalf of our cashier, Mrs. Presto, maraming salamat po for listening on this part of the this orientation. Thank you. Back to you, Ma'am Melanie.
Thank you very much, Sir Publico, for informing us about the services of the cashier's office. At this point, I would like to orient you about the services of our own office, the guidance office. Allow me to share my screen. Okay. Okay, so I hope you can already see my slide. So these are the services of the guidance office. First off, I would like to introduce the personnel in our office. So we are designated per grade level. For the grade 11 level, I am assigned to them. And then for grade 12, it's divided between my two colleagues, Sir Saintel and Ma'am Rosalie. So Sir Saintel is assigned to grade 12, ABM A to C, and STEM E to H. So yung mga students already know their sections. So si Sir Saintel ang inyong guidance counselor. For 12 Humes A and STEM I to Q, we have Ma'am Rosalie Samson as your guidance counselor. Okay. So before we go per se to the services of the guidance office, I'd just like to clarify some things regarding what the guidance office is. So for our parents and guardians, I know that you already have an idea or a conception of what the guidance office is. However, aminin natin, nung panahon natin kasi iba yung tingin natin sa guidance office. So for some of us, we may think that the guidance office is somewhere you go when you have done something wrong, like a violation, or that it is for discipline. So to clarify that, let us look at the purpose or the objectives of the guidance office. So for our office, we aim to help students gain self-knowledge and self-acceptance. We also help students cope with the demands of senior high school life and also help students to positively deal with personal, social, emotional, spiritual problems and to help them develop themselves to achieve their full potential. So in here, we heard a while ago that for physical health or dental health, yan po ay hawak ng ating medical clinic or dental clinic. And then for academics, of course, you have your subject teachers and homeroom advisors. And also for your mental health, yung guidance counselors po ninyo ang makakatulong sa inyo. So I was mentioning some misconceptions a while ago. So these are just some details when it comes to our ideas about the guidance office and about guidance counselors. So for some, they would say that guidance is only for the maladjusted. So ibig sabihin, yung iba tingin nila kapag nagpapaguidance ka, meron kang tililing or that you're crazy. However, if you see our objectives or saw our objectives a while ago, you would see that even normal problems or stress or time management concerns, you can come to us for those types of concerns or queries. So hindi siya yung kailangan na parang wala ka na sa sarili mo before you go to the guidance office. And then again, guidance is punishment. So we just like to clarify that for discipline, it is the saklaw yan ng ibang office, hindi guidance. Then also, guidance counselors can solve all the problems of the students. If you look at the term itself, we just guide, help, assist the student. But in the end, it is you who will apply whatever is talked about or conversed about during the counseling session. Then finally, guidance counselors can read the minds of students. I think this is a common misconception about psych students, di ba, na nakakabasa daw sila ng utak ng ibang tao, but we know that that's not really true, di ba? Okay. So those are for the misconceptions. So let's go to the services that we offer. So in here, one of our offerings would be the information program. So ito yung mga nung online, yung mga webinars na ginawa natin. So we also have probably webinars or other contests for the coming academic year. So we'll just run through some of the information programs that we will do for this academic year. So we have Embracing the Now Normal. Noon naka-webinar siya. We will see how we will facilitate that for the coming academic year. We also have Mental Health Program. Our Mental Health Program, we had webinars before and also contests for you to be more acquainted with the concept of mental health. We also have Career Program, Homeroom Activities. So these some activities are facilitated by your homeroom advisors, the others are by our psychology interns. If you remember that last year. So meron ulit pong ganyan ngayong taon. We also have anti-bullying program, kung maalala niyo yung contest natin doon when you're going to create your own hero. So that's for the anti-bullying program. And then we also have our self-appreciation forum. So aside from our information programs, our main service would be counseling. So for counseling, it could be self-referred or walk-in. Kayo mismo yung pupunta sa aming office. Or you could be referred by others. When we say others, who are these others? You could be referred by your homeroom advisors, your subject teachers, yung mga parents po natin dito sa Zoom meeting or guardians. Pag may nakikita po kayong some behavior which you think could be red flags or cause for concern, then you may refer your child or ward to us. And then also, since meron na tayong face-to-face ngayon, may hybrid modality tayo, there are some, the classmate or friends of the students would now refer them to us. Okay. So next question would be, people would say, so ano ngayon yung mga ka-refer-refer? What are some behaviors that we should look out for as homeroom advisors, subject teachers, parents, or guardians na dapat naming i-refer sa guidance office? So this would include frequent absenteeism, laging absent yung bata, including days with scheduled exams, lagging late, frequent tardiness, And then you could also notice dwindling interest. So dati yung bata laging nag-recite or laging uma-attend, pero ngayon makikita nyo na they're not too participative, unlike before. Okay, next, frequent distractiveness leading to minimal productivity. So nawawalan ng focus yung bata at makikita nyo or this is reflected in their academic performance. Underachievement, again, as parents or guardians, you know what the level of your child is. And if you see that for some months or perhaps weeks, they're not performing according to the level that you know they are capable of, then that could be also a sign that you need to refer them to the guidance office. And of course, tendency to isolate themselves at home or lack of interest interacting with friends or family. So dati, mahilig siyang makipagkwentuhan or lumabas sa room niya, pero ngayon mapapansin nyo, ayaw niya na masyadong maki-interact sa ibang tao. So this could be online din or face-to-face. Okay. And then misbehavior, deliberately disturbing or annoying others. Physical hygiene, you can also see that the student or child is tired, sleepy, magulo yung itsura, which could be due to insomnia or stress. And then social interpersonal difficulties, they have difficulty getting along with most people. And then of course, suspected or observed bullying behavior. So all of these things are behaviors that we should look out for and could be cause for referral to the guidance office. So we have already seen what to refer. So paano naman tayo magre-refer? So may dalawa tayong modality din. It could be in person or online. Okay, so if it's in person, you may visit us at our office, GD 616. So nasa 6th floor po kami. Same po kami ng office hours with the other offices from Monday to Wednesday, 7:30 to 5:30. Thursday, Friday po ay 7:30 to 5 o'clock po kami. So pare-parehas kami ng in and out sa aming mga non-teaching na offices. And then online, of course, if you want to refer your child or ward online, pwede kayong mag-email sa amin, shsguidance@slu.edu.ph po, or you could like our FB page and then you can send us a message through that channel. So ano pong mangyayari pag magre-refer kayo sa amin ng estudyante? Okay, so you will be asked to fill out the referral form. Pag face-to-face po ang referral nyo, ito po ang i-fill out ninyo. Pag online naman po, there's a form that will be sent via your email so that you can fill out the pertinent information that the counselor needs to know about the student. What else? The student or child will also be asked to fill out the informed consent. So this is very important for them to be informed of what the procedure is, what the limitations are when it comes to counseling. So in here, they will be asked to write down some information, affix their signature, and the date of filling out this informed consent. Okay. So ito po yung yung channels namin online, pwedeng sa FB page po or sa aming Gmail. Okay. And then, just something we would like to emphasize. So, I know that you have heard this before, wherein we say that whatever is said in the counseling session is confidential. However, for every rule, of course, there's an exception. So, what are the exceptions to the rule of confidentiality? If there is someone else threatening to harm you, we can say this is physical or sexual abuse, then the counselor would now have to break confidentiality. Also, if you are at risk of harming somebody else, and then also if you are threatening to harm or kill yourself. So in these situations, the counselor now has the prerogative to break confidentiality. In here, itong mga confidentiality clause na ito, makikita nyo rin sa informed consent. So to our dear students, when you will now be asked to sign the informed consent, if you have any questions regarding the content, feel free to ask the guidance counselor in charge in case meron kayong gustong i-clarify. Okay. And then, for some students who undergo counseling, may mga cases when necessary that they are referred to outside experts. These outside experts may be psychologists or psychiatrists for further intervention. So if you undergo counseling and the counselor sees that there are some behaviors or that are indicative of more serious mental health concerns, then they will refer you to these professionals for further assessment and intervention. Okay. And then again, for our contact information, we have our email address in here and our FB page in case you have queries regarding our services or other questions or concerns. So thank you very much. That is it from the end of the guidance office. Just allow me to stop sharing my screen. Okay, so next up for our final office to present, may we call on Ma'am Marian Dea Andaya from the Registrar's Office. Ma'am Dea.
Thank you po, Ma'am Lani. I-share ko lang po yung screen ko. So, good day po to all of us. I am Marian Dea Andaya po. Ma'am Dea na lang for short. Your Registrar's Office clerk po. And I will be sharing ang aming student services. Our office is located po at the second floor of John Van Bowel Building. Open from Mondays to Fridays po except holidays. Nagsa-start po kami ng 7:30 to 5 from Mondays to Wednesdays and 7:30 to 5 p.m. po from Thursday to Friday po. And here are our services available. Number 1, request of certifications and documents, such as po the student's permanent record or Form 27A or their SF10 po. Certificate of enrollment and other certified true copies of their records po. Number 2, maintenance and updating of students' information. Ito naman po, you may request our office to update or edit the students' information from the system po, like their address, birthday, or corrections po ng name. And other office-related concerns po, if you have questions po regarding sa pag-claim or pagpaprocess po ng mga credentials, dito lang po kayo sa office. And then this, by August to September po siguro, sure dagsaan na naman po ang mga request namin ng mga Form 27A para sa kanilang college applications. So lahat po ng mga ito, pwede nyo po kaming puntahan dito sa office for the processing po. Next po are the documents needed po. So we have the NSO or PSA birth certificate po, QVR or ESC certificate, and the SF10 po or the student's permanent record. For the Form 27A po, school-to-school process po ito, but if you already have the original hard copy of your Form 27A, pakisubmit na lang po dito sa office. Kasi po required po yan sa DepEd pag po nag-process na po kami ng kanilang special order number and for the printing of diplomas din po. Reminder lang po that DepEd told us din po na pwede po namin hindi isali yung name ng bata sa list of graduates later on if incomplete po yung mga documents nila dito sa office. So pakitingin-tingin na lang po yung mga documents po natin. Next po is our senior high school voucher program guidelines po, who are considered as qualified voucher recipients. So category A, all grade 10 completers in public junior high schools. Category B, all grade 10 completers in SUCs and LUCs. Category C, all grade 10 completers in private schools who are ESC grantees. And category D, all grade 10 completers in private school who are not ESC grantees pero nag-apply po sila for the QVA po. So for grade 12 students po, there is no need to resubmit certifications po kasi kung voucher recipient po kayo ng grade 11, automatic rin po na voucher recipient na rin po kayo for grade 12. So here are applicable values po for students who came from public school, 20,000 po. For private school naman po, it's 16,000. Terms of voucher program. Continuing participants, a VPB retains his or her subsidy if promoted to grade 12 and continues to study in a non-DepEd senior high school. There is no maintaining grades. There are no maintaining grades are required from VPBs within a school year. Ito naman po, terms of voucher program. A VPB loses his or her subsidy if the learner does any of the following. Number 1, drop out in the middle of the school year. Number 2, does not re-enroll in the following school year. 3, fails to be promoted to the next level or is retained at the same grade level. 4, transfer to another senior high school within the school year. And number 5, transfers to a DepEd senior high school or sa public school po. Note, VPBs who drops out due to death of a parent, legal guardian, force majeure, prolonged illness, or accident may be reinstated into the SHS VP program provided they submit valid documents to support the claim. Online posting, publishing of SLU LHS senior high VPBs. A list of VPBs will be provided to all SLU LHS senior high homeroom advisors for proper monitoring and checking of VPBs prior to the creation of billing statements that will be submitted to the Private Education Assistance Committee or PAYAC, who in turn submits the same to DepEd for payment of grants. Magbibigay po kami ng list sa mga HRA para po ma-check po ng bata if nakasali pa rin po siya sa beneficiary for grade 12 po. And for other questions and concerns po, pwede niyo po kaming puntahan dito sa office or pwede po kayong mag-email dito po sa shsregistrar@slu.edu.ph. And that's it po for the registrar's office. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Dea, for informing us about the services of the Registrar's Office. So these are the different services you can avail of. Be rest assured that you are well taken care of here in Senior High. Now, to talk about the learning management system utilized here at the Senior High School, may I call on the Learning Integration Specialist from DIWA Learning System, Mr. Mark Jansen Jacob Antonio. Sir, the floor is yours.
For a while po, as I share my screen here. Okay, so once again, good morning everyone. I am Jack Antonio, one of the Learning Integration Specialists po from DIWA Learning Systems, and today I was tasked to briefly discuss to you how our learning management system works. But before I proceed to this presentation, can we have at least a confirmation if you can hear my voice clearly? Malinaw po ba?
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you po. So in this quick presentation, dear parents, you'll see po the basic features and functionalities of the Genio. So you'll have an idea as to how you will take your child's e-learning experience to the next level. So to start our discussion, let me show to you this illustration. So what we have on the screen is remote learning. Okay, so this remote learning po is also defined as the purely online distance learning or yung setup na ginawa po natin before because of the pandemic. And last 2020, this setup po, this remote learning setup was part of the school's continuity plan. Ano po, isa po siya sa mga nakahandang plano ng ating eskwelahan as immediate response to the emergency situations that pose a threat not only to the student safety, but also to everyone in the school. Ano po? But for this school year, we are going to transition once again because we have transitioned before from traditional to remote learning. Now we are expecting that from remote learning, we will have another modality which we call hybrid or high flex learning. So I know this was already mentioned a while ago by our school staffs, but for our common terms, so everyone is guided po, let me also define to you what is hybrid learning. So it is an educational model where some students attend class in person while others join the class virtually from home. So ganun po yung setup ng hybrid. But right at this moment, dear parents, we can say that we are still full of uncertainties. Ano po? Perhaps some of the schools, yung iba pong school dyan ay mag-i-implement na rin ng tinatawag nating online learning, or yung iba pong mga school pwede din silang mag-implement ng mga pure face-to-face because we don't know kung ano po ang mga possible na situations na mangyayari in the future as we go along with this school year because of the unknown possibilities, di ba? Hindi naman po natin alam kung tataas ba or bababa yung cases ng COVID-19. But this, I just want to inform you that this setup or learning modality is a new experience once again for all of us. But aside from that, the bigger question, of course, for us as parents is how can we take your child e-learning journey to the next level? Yun po yung dapat nating dapat sagutin. Okay, so part of the solution is through the use of the Genio e-learning through its best features, responsive support system, and dynamic implementation program. So we can use po the Genio as an avenue to guide our kids and monitor their academic progress 24/7. So we also say that Genio po is a fully integrated learning platform for basic education. Why? It's because it can support the different learning modalities we have up to date. So ito po yung mga yon: online, blended, and hybrid or high-flex learning. Meaning, whatever modality ang pipiliin po ng ating eskwelahan, the Genio can cater that learning modality. So, using Genio, we can always continue our education. And as we always say, lagi niyo po rin itong naririnig sa amin, we say we are Diwa. We make teaching and learning possible anytime and anywhere. Right? Now moving on, who created Genio naman? So who is behind this great innovation? So Genio po is the most trusted e-learning solution in the Philippines, provided by, of course, the Diwa Learning Systems Incorporated. So si Diwa po, isa po siyang leading provider of print and digital learning resources for K-12 in the Philippines. So now let's start our orientation proper by answering this question we have on the screen. So what can your child do inside Genio e-learning? Ano po ba yung mga pwedeng gawin ng ating mga anak inside the Genio e-learning platform? Number one, we have here the assessment tool. So the students can answer the test whether they are in school or from their comfort of their homes. So now the teachers can also create po online tests and generate feedback in real time. Ibig sabihin, pwede pong mag-assign ng assessment si teacher kahit nasaan siya or kahit na anong oras pa. And so with the students po, pwede nila iyong sagutan kahit nasa bahay at nasa eskwelahan sila. And this is also a great avenue for us, dear parents, when it comes to the monitoring naman po of the progress ng ating mga anak. Because this assessment tool of Genio, it has an immediate feedback. Ibig sabihin, right after po na mag-take ng mga bata ng kanilang examinations, you can see yung kanilang mga results. Ayan, so right after the test, we can see and we can assess kung saan po sila medyo nahihirapan because nakikita natin kung ano yung mga natama nilang items. In a way, parang nalalaman na rin po natin kung ano yung tulong na kailangan nila or yung tulong na pwede po nating ibigay sa kanila. And of course, before the assessment, there should be a discussion, hindi po ba? So how do we do that, yung discussion naman? It was also mentioned by Ma'am Lorna a while ago that we will be using this LMS for the distribution of our lesson using the lesson packages. And right after that, we can use the assessment tools for quizzes and examinations. Next, we have here the tools for project-based assessment. So when it comes to submissions naman po of their outputs, maybe a project-based or output-based, they can use the different tools we have in Genio. So meron po tayong tinatawag na mga shared blog, meron tayong assignment, wiki, and e-portfolio, at marami pa pong iba, right? And then next we have communication tools. So the students and parents can access and view messages and important announcements through Genio's message and announcement features. So pwede po kayong makipag-coordinate with the teachers if in case you have something to clarify using the communication tools we have in Genio. Now that we are done with the basic features po, let us know the requirements to access the Genio portal. So what are the requirements to access Genio? As I have mentioned earlier, you can access Genio anytime and anywhere. Ano po? Well, to make that happen, of course, we allow the students, parents, and teachers to access Genio using these devices. So whether you use your mobile phone, your tablet, and your laptop and desktop. Okay, pwede po natin silang i-access dyan. And then for the recommended browsers naman po, if you're using a laptop or desktop, these are the recommended browsers. And if you're using a mobile device, ito naman po yung for Android devices and iOS devices. So on the previous orientation that I have attended, one of the parent asked kung downloadable po ba si Genio. So to clear any misconception, dear parents, Genio po is not an application that you have to download. It is a website that you can search onto your browsers. So what you need to do is to search the Genio URL, which is www.genio.com.ph. And then after po ninyo itong i-search sa inyong browser, ayan, madadirect po kayo sa tinatawag na landing page po ni Genio, which will be asking you to put your school ID. Okay? And then after nun, kakailanganin po ninyong ilagay yung inyong user ID and password, and then you have to click on sign in. So that's how you open your accounts in Genio po. No? Very easy lang. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, the accounts will be handed to the classroom advisors, and they will be the one to distribute it to the kids. So, ang ilalagay po natin dito ay yung mga default information or login credentials na ibibigay po namin sa inyo. Right? So, if you need more assistance, contact your child advisor. And once again, if I'm not mistaken, we'll have another orientation that is for the students nila on how to properly access the portal dahil medyo mahaba. So, yeah, for more information, please log on to www.genio.com.ph or like us on Genio e-learning Facebook page. And with that po, let me end my presentation with this slide saying #nextlevel-education. So dear parents, in order po to for this setup or school year to be successful, we'll be needing your full support and cooperation. So let's work hand in hand po to really achieve this, what we call next level education. So once again, my name is Jack Antonio, an LIS trainer from Diwa Learning Systems. Thank you so much for listening, and now let me pass the virtual microphone to our main moderator for the question and answer and for the discussion.
Thank you very much, Sir Jack. So Sir Jack has given us a lot of information about Genio. If you have any questions regarding his presentation, you may raise them during the open forum. Okay, so now that you have a general view of the different academic and non-academic information and services, I would like to thank you for your participation up to this point. We are now open for your questions and inquiries. To facilitate the open forum, may I call on our dear principal, Mr. Pablico. You can use the chat box or you may raise your hand. Thank you. Sir Mel, the floor is yours po. Okay, let us wait for Sir Pablico to enter the meeting. Hi. Hello, sir.
Ay, hello po. Yes, we're back. So we are now ready with the Q&A round, no? Or the open forum. If you have questions, my dear parents and guardians, which are rather general in nature, when I say general in nature, ito po ay maari din na concern ng ating mga kapwa magulang at guardian, then you are free to raise them or use the chat box to give your questions. But if your question is rather personal, na pwede naman po masagot ng isa sa ating mga staff, no? You can always get in touch with our staff members, or to me, you can always come to school or send us an email, no? So that we will address your personal concern. Okay? So, Ma'am Maylani, I think we have all right. I think that some of the questions were raised yesterday. No, just for clarification, let me alin diyan ang mauunahin natin. I think for the uniform, I can see that the uniform is general concern right now. Yes po, first day of classes. we will already be requiring or asking our students to be in their uniform para po talagang mas maramdaman na nila na papasok na po sila sa eskwelahan. Okay? For those who have not yet availed of the uniform, then please, you may come to school. Meron pa pong nagtitinda na concessionaires natin dito sa eskwelahan. We need to change modality ng anak namin from hybrid to online. Okay, paano po namin officially request from your office? Okay, please let us know of your request. No, you may email our registrar at shsregistrar@slu.edu.ph. Okay, yun po yun. shsregistrar@slu.edu.ph. Okay, and then you kindly try to give a request addressed to the principal, no, and we will look into that. Okay, but I hope that not everyone will change modality, no, because we have to prepare the system. Hindi pwede yung, ay, marinig kong ganito pala, magpalit na lang ako. No, we believe that you have already made up your mind during the enrollment of your child, so please stick to that decision. However, if the situation warrants that you will have to let your child shift from one modality to another, please let us know in advance. At kung kung pwede po sana itong modality na final na pagdesisyonan ninyo ay ito na po ang modality niya. Hindi po pwede yung palit-palit po tayo. We really have to make up our mind about this. Okay? May the school consider the use of social media for parents to justify the absence or excuse specifically those not residents of Baguio. Use of social media. Ano pong ibig sabihin nito? We need to be clarified about this. May the school consider the use of social media. Are you going to communicate with us through social media po? Yun po ba ang ibig nating sabihin? You can communicate with the teachers, with the homeroom advisor by their messenger accounts kasi binibigay din po ng ating mga guro ang kanilang messenger accounts, pero mas formal po kapag email, no? However, you may always give us the reason through your child or ward. Grade 12 na po itong mga ito. I know that they are very independent. If you cannot make the excuse letter, then even if you are far away, kahit nasa abroad po tayo, maggumawa lang po tayo ng excuse letter, then sign it. Pwede pong picturean, then send that to the email of your child. Siya na ang mag-print. Ganun po yung simpleng paraan po natin dyan. Then the printed one, excuse letter, will be given to the homeroom advisor. Okay, yung ID po natin, yung ID po ng mga anak natin ay for scheduling pa po yung kanilang ID capturing, no? We will have to schedule this within the first months of the academic year, and once the IDs are ready, then we will be issuing the IDs to your children. But for the grade 12, their IDs that were captured last year, we will have to be updated, no, kung kailan po. Basta po ang assurance po natin ay kung nandito na ang mga ID, ibibigay na po kaagad sa mga bata. Okay? Are we entitled for free dental cleaning, no? Sa tingin ko po, ito po as per practice ay hindi ito offered to all, no, because what just like what Dr. said a while back, si Dr. Halog, no, our dentist, what they are offering as part of their service are those that are urgent in nature, no. For ito kasing mga usual procedure ng mga ganito po, you need to see your family dentist. Okay? Dental clinic gives free dental consultations. Ayan, sabi ng doktora. Okay. Okay, referred to your family dentist. Okay, tama po. Students in full online modality would also be required to wear face-to-face, to be face-to-face on November. In our senior high school program, you will not be required. to come to school for your face-to-face classes in November, no, because we offered this especially in grade 12 because of the special programs that we offer in our grade 12, which may not be available in any other school. That's why we have to accommodate you. Okay, so we have to offer our modalities for face-to-face, and we have our HiFlex and the full online modalities. So hindi po kinakailangan pumunta kayo dito ng November for the face-to-face classes. Will the schedule be reposted? I tried to screenshot. Unfortunately, it wasn't saved. For the schedules po, ibibigay po ng ating mga homeroom advisors sa kanilang mga Google Classrooms, no? And there's also a group chat that's being started by our teachers right now, no? You will be given a copy of that there, and your child will be given his or her schedule. Pure online modality will also be part of the schedule of the first week of classes. Opo, yung mga naka-pure online po, they will also be met by the teachers. Kasi hindi lang po yung ating mga naka-hybrid na estudyante ang magkakaroon ng klase. The teachers who are assigned to those students in the online modality will also be met by them already, because I know we believe that they are as excited as those who are coming for face-to-face classes. Pure online, in full online modality would also be required in November. Nasagot na po ito. Okay, morning classes for grade 12. Ang morning classes po natin ay 7:40 po. Standard po yun na oras po natin. We may be giving some consideration to our students for this first week, no? But then again, we'll have to remind you to be earlier in rising up so that we will be able to beat the 7:40 a.m. Start of classes. Kasi meron po tayong na-discuss po ng ating assistant principal, si Sir Javier kanina, 7:41, malilista na kayong late, no? Bakit ganyan, no? Because we would like to train you as much as early as now to be, to imbibe the virtue of punctuality. Eventually, kapag nagtrabaho na tayo ay hindi pwede yung nalilate. No? This is part of your formation. Government subsidy is the same subsidy privilege applicable to grade 12 students. Opo, meron po tayong mga voucher program na tinatawag po natin. Important announcements. Okay, nandito po yung makikita po ninyo dito, no? May update po ang ating guidance office for important announcement and updates. Please be updated, no? Using by liking our pages sa main FB page natin, library, dental clinic, medical clinic, and the guidance office. Okay, are full online students required to have uniforms? If you are near Baguio and you have access, no, or if you have access to a relative who may be able to buy the uniform for your children or ward, we recommend that they wear their uniforms. Pero sa mga naka-full online po, those who are abroad, then we do not require you to wear the uniform. But if you would like your tailor to come up with a particular uniform, especially yung mga pantaas lang po, it would be good. But for those who cannot avail the uniform, we encourage you to be the students to be wearing something decent every now and then. Of course, we don't like to attend classes in our spaghetti strap or sando type t-shirt or something like that. Wear something that is decent. Wear something that is that will bear your good character as a student of a Catholic school. Okay? Ganon din po sa ating mga magulang na pumupunta po sa eskwelahan. I'd like to give this request that as much as possible, we wear decent clothes when we come to school, because we are being seen by our students. The wearing of, for the ladies, for our mothers, plunging necklines, spaghetti strap. Okay, sa mga tatay naman, yung mga shorts or mga short, sando and all. may we request that if there is another choice, pipiliin po natin yung mas decente po para sa ating eskwelahan, no? Kasi nakikita po tayo ng mga bata at nakikita rin po tayo ng mga ibang parent, no? And I think that's part of our standard here also as a Catholic learning community. Okay. All right. We might not be able to answer all these, but like what we said yesterday in the grade 11 orientation, our guidance office, no, our staff in charge will collate all those that we have not answered. Then we will try our very best to get back with you and give you an update about answers to your queries. Okay? I have grade 12 SL and SLU College sophomore. Yes po. 10% discount po bawat estudyante. Kahit kinder to college po yun. Will the school be open tomorrow? Okay. Unfortunately, our school is only open from Monday to Friday, but you may buy the uniform on Monday na po, no? Kasi mag-umpisa na po ang klase. Pero yung mga wala pang uniforme sa Monday, then please just write an excuse letter, no? Indicate your child's reason for not wearing the uniform on the first day of classes, and we will look into that po. But they should wear something decent. Okay? Pag sinabi kong decent, hindi rin po pwede yung mga nakikita yung belly button, yung pusod ng mga bata, kasi yun ang usong-uso ngayon, yung mga super tight tight jeans. Okay, we avoid those ones, not appropriate in a Catholic learning institution, no? Okay. All right, time of classes 7:40 po. Yes, uniform na po nila ang gagamitin. Strand uniform na po nila ang gagamitin. Okay, nauulit yung mga iba. Dito po sa Form 137, nung nag-enroll po kayo, kung galing po dito ay kahit from junior high school to senior high school na po, no? Because there is already that's part of the streamlining of our programs or policies already. Pwede po bang mag-park sa campus? Gustuhin man po namin na mag-park po kayo sa campus, but we only have a limited space for limited slots of vehicles, no? Mostly for our employees when there are classes, and we will not be allowing po parking by other personnel or other parents and guardians. Only when necessary. Yung mga PWD po, meron po tayong space for them. We allow that, no? But on a regular basis, the parents or the students will not be allowed to park inside the campus.
Good morning, sir.
The signature policy.
Hello, Sir Med.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Sir, yung ibang questions po yata dito, pwede na po nating i-collate, sir?
Yes, opo.
Yes.
Because in the interest of time, we may not be able to answer them, Ma'am Maylani, no? But then again, we would like to thank you, dear parents and guardians, for still coming up with these relevant questions. Very helpful po kasi na ma-clarify natin ang mga bagay-bagay na ito. But in the interest of time, we might not be able to answer all these queries, but we will try our very best to reach out to you and give clarification to the concerns that may not have been answered at this time. Sige, maraming salamat
So
po.
thank you very much, Sir Mel, for taking the time to answer the queries and concerns of our dear parents and guardians. Rest assured that we are taking note of all of your questions here in the chat box. May nakikita po kaming question regarding the BS Psychology, so we'll get back to you on that one. And then, again, in the interest of time, as mentioned by our dear principal, we can move on to the next part of our program. So for other concerns, we have already posted a list of the links that you can now, links of the FB pages you can now like, so that if you have specific queries, you can direct them to the office that is involved. So we have our official FB page for the entire senior high, for guidance, for for dental clinic, medical clinic, and then the rest. So again, thank you very much for your patience and understanding and for staying with us for the duration of the parents' orientation. Our program has come to an end. Again, I would like to thank our parents, guardians, principal, assistant principals, teaching and non-teaching staff, and the representative from DIWA Learning Systems who are present today. Just a reminder to our parents and guardians, an evaluation form has been sent to the chat box. We are asking for your participation in accomplishing this form. Thank you very much. To close this fruitful event, I would like to introduce the Learning Area Coordinator for Languages, Mrs. Ria Francis Robles. Ma'am Ria.
Thank you, Ma'am Lani. So sa ngalan po ng SLU BED, nais kong pasalamatan kayong lahat para sa inyong oras at pakikilahok. Sana po ay natupad ng orientation na ito ang inyong mga inaasahan. Hindi po ako magsasabi sa inyo ng good luck dahil ang swerte ay actually nakabatay sa kawalan ng katiyakan. Sa halip, hangad ko ang lahat ng mabuti dahil bilang makatuwang po tayo sa ating lahat na ginagawa, ito naman po ay para sa interes ng ating mga anak. Hindi ko rin po hihilingin sa inyo na i-cross ang ating mga daliri para sa school year 20.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Ma'am Ria, kindly repeat po the... Okay. So, Ma'am Ria, the floor is yours again po. Sorry po.
Ayun. Hello po, pasensya na po. Okay. Ang actually sinasabi ko lang naman po, wag po tayong magbatay sa good luck no for this school year. Sabihin na lang po natin na for the best na lang po for school year 2022-2023 because as we say, good luck is based on uncertainties, but SLU BED is ready for you. We are very much prepared to welcome all of you, parents, guardians, and your kids to school, our children. So sabay-sabay po tayong pumailang lang, no? Let's all soar high, senior high. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Ria. Let us all give her a virtual clap. Dear parents and guardians, I welcome you to St. Louis University Basic Education School Senior High School Department Academic Year 2022-2023. Let us close this productive morning with a closing prayer from the Religion Department from Ma'am Betty Tumbaga. Ma'am Betty, the floor is yours po.
Let us all put ourselves and feel the Holy Presence